Good morning, Clubhouse people. I'll be back. I got a red one. Hi, D. I'm running behind today. You'll have that, though. I'm doing my best. Running behind today. Let's see. Oh, I gotta do the invite thing. Yeah, I did last morning before I go pick Dad up, and I figured I'd sleep in a little bit since I won't get to for the next 4 weeks. Okay, got that done. Everybody must have went back to bed when I didn't come on at 5, you reckon? That's all right. I was thinking about something. I can't remember what it was now. Something I was going to talk about. Oh, well, must not have been that important. I went fishing yesterday. Morning, Ernie. In 2 days, I broke my selfie stick tripod thing I set my phone on that I usually been using for ever and a day now. So then yesterday, I thought, well, I'll take the one that's up in the windshield, sticks windshield. And when I was fishing, I'd raise the hatch up and stick it on the window and let it hang down and put the phone on it. And that thing that, like, it clips on the roof and there's like I don't even know what, whatever, a rod or a flexible rod or something comes down to the thing that holds the phone. I thought, well, you can move it around in different angles and stuff. So I was moving it around and broke the end off that holds the telephone. So I'm like, are you effing kidding me? So now I gotta get a new selfie stick thing. Hey, Chad, good morning, buddy. And a whatever you call windshield mount holder jobby. But that's not that important in the scheme of life today. Come home from fishing yesterday and finished mowing the yard. I got a feeling I'm probably going to be going to Walmart here pretty quick after I pick that up today. I don't know if I have to go today or what, but I'm sure I'll have to go pretty soon. It is so awesomely cool out. That's, man, I sleep good when it's cool like this. I don't know about anybody else, but it sure lets me sleep good. Yeah, right. Some more? Come on, we'll get you some more. Hold on, I'm going to feed the cat. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, Max. Oh, you like that? You just start buying that. I'll just start buying this and you know what I mean there, buddy? Departments want to compete. California, Nevada, both. Yeah, we're counting on you for at least one gold medal. Right, Malone? Oh, yeah, at least one. I'll do my best. We're going to start working out tomorrow. Yeah, sure. You, Malone? Yeah, he's singing by everybody. He is, huh? Hold on, I'm going to go turn the TV down. I just seen the coolest thing. You know, that Me TV got all the old TV shows and stuff on it. Well, they just started a new channel, Me TV Tunes, and it's all old cartoons. I actually seen Underdog. Remember that one? And a Speed Racer and all kinds of. You gotta figure out where you can watch it at. Morning, Gig. But because it kind of flashed as the commercial's going on, it's flashing different cartoons that it's going to have. I hadn't seen Underdog since I was a kid. And then Speed Racer. I can remember the first time I seen Speed Racer, man. I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest cartoon ever. Just because the car was cool. And what's the other one that I freaked out on when I was a kid and I seen it the first time? Oh, shoot. Space Ghost. That's the name of it. Chim Chim. Yeah. Yeah, Space Ghost, and then the Tom Slick cartoons with, like, there was Tom Slick and there's 3 or 4 other different cartoons that went along with it. And I can remember Tom Slick, you know how they'd have the announcer at the beginning with the race, welcome, we're coming to you from blah, blah, blah. And one of the first Tom Slick cartoons I ever seen, and he said, we're coming to you live from the fairgrounds of Muncie, Indiana. And I'm like, get out of here, that's not where I live at. Oh, I can't remember. It's too early to think. Chim Chimichangas. I don't know. Oh, I know Georgia the Jungle. Remember that one? Bella and Priscilla, stay in step. Georgia the Jungle, friend to you and me. And then I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. The first cartoon I ever seen on the first television I ever seen, because we didn't have one when I was little. For God, I had to be 3 years old, maybe 4. I was old enough I remembered it. Johnny Quest, yes, yeah, it's on that Me Tunes. But the very first cartoon I ever seen was Mighty Mouse. And I can remember when Dad brought the TV home that afternoon, and they says it was just a little black and white television. It wasn't anything. No, it was a color TV. Nope, black and white. I don't remember. But anyway, he set it up with the rabbit ears and turned it on and turned the channels, and it's the first cartoon I'd ever seen. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Yes, yeah, I remember that one. There was also one like that with no, like a fighter jet or something like that. Had one like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's amazing the things you can remember, and then other things I'm totally blank on. But I'll never forget the TV coming home that day. I mean, back then that was a huge thing to have a TV. I think they won it at uh, some kind of party, at a company party or something, Christmas time maybe. I don't remember, but I remember the first cartoon. And I'm trying to think if it was color or black and white. Okay, it was color. And then when I watched the astronauts land on the moon, that was a little black and white TV. That's what it was. I remember now. Because I was on a houseboat, a little bitty houseboat on the Ohio River, and I was asleep, and Mom woke me up to watch the astronauts land on the moon. And on a little TV on the houseboat. Because she woke us up, me and my brother up, because she said, this is history being made. You've got to get up and watch this. And I think we even seen the first step on the moon on the same boat. I don't remember. Because me and Mom and my brother, and we'd go down there every weekend with my dad and all the people from his little crane company. It was a little family-owned business. And we all went down there. Morning, Uncle Lou. We all went down there every weekend in the summertime. And then for 1 week during the summer, me and Mom and my brother would stay there after everybody left. I always remembered it was cool. She's in there. Go see little Tilly. She went in the bathroom, buddy. Go on. She's in there. Go on. Your mom's in the bathroom. Go on. Yeah, man. Good. It was an interesting era to grow up in, our era. If you're 50 or over, got to see a lot of stuff. Not nearly as much as my grandma did, because she lived to be 103. She died, what, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe? Imagine the stuff she's seen. But, yep. Me TV Tunes is the name of the channel. I think they got like a .com, and you can go there and see if it's on in your area. Which I'm sure we don't have it here yet, but let's see what the weather looks like this morning. Oh, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It was cool. I know that when I got up, it was pretty cool this morning. So everybody back to the grind today. What was the other cartoon gig? Do you remember that? Oh, had and their lips moved like that, but it was they were like either a fighter jet or uh, something like that type of thing. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember it eventually. No, I take that back. It was the one I'm thinking of was like a claymation, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer type of type of show. You know what I mean? It wasn't lips moving; it was that kind, if I remember correctly. And they made a movie. They made a movie a while back like that. I can't remember the name of the movie, Space Force America or something. Hey, morning, Eric B. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you today. I don't know how long I'll be live today. I know I got to go pick Dad up. My phone will probably be ringing here in a little bit. When you come get me, I'll probably come get you today, Pop. I'm here in a little bit. Morning, Jody. He didn't have his phone, so he'd go down to the nurse station and have him call me this weekend. And I answered the first time they called on Friday, and I found out that it was just him calling. There wasn't nothing wrong, so then I didn't answer it no more. You staying up or going back to sleep? Say, Mom, are you staying up or going back to sleep? I just wondered. You can turn the TV up if you're staying up. It don't matter. Huh? You can turn the TV up if you're staying up. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Oh, you turned it down? Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you want? If I go outside again? Huh? I think you're playing me for treats when you do that. You know what I mean? I honestly am pretty sure you guys are playing me for treats. Let me go let the dogs out. I gotta let the dogs out. Who? I'd let the dogs out. Oh, I got a text from Rusty. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Yeah, what Rusty just sent me. That's a fish. Let me see. I'll tell you how big it was here in a second. It was 18 pounds. Boy, it sure looks bigger than that, doesn't it? That's a big fish right there. Good job, Rusty. Good job, man. Okay, put this back over here like that. Yeah. Where'd you get them at, Jody? So did Danny. I just come on about 20 minutes ago. Where'd you get the rods at, Jody? I need one. I got a spinning Uncle Lou rod. I need to get a casting Uncle Lou rod. Come on. You want to go out again? We're not going to potty empty over on me. Okay, hold on. It'll be a nice sunrise. Y'all may want to stay out there and watch it. Woo, it's cool out there, isn't it, huh? Nope. No. Oh man. Yep, I swear he goes out there and barks the little guy just to be barking. No kidding. Heck yeah. It wasn't that fundraiser one, was it, where they gave the 3 rods away? Oh, so 2 of them were Uncle Lou rods? Is that what that was? I'd have got into that had I known they were Uncle Lou rods. What are you doing, huh? Get over here. What are you barking at? There's nothing out there. Come on. Get in here now. Get your barky ass in here. And no, you're not getting a treat. You've already had 2 this morning. Nope. No treat trip. Nope. Nope. Don't even give me sad eyes. Go, 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 Speed Racer, go. Oh, I remember that now. Yeah. That was the JG thing. I had a lot of money. I think I gave some the week before, if I remember correctly. They had something going the week before. They had another thing for him before that, I think. The blue rod is a really good looking rod. I think I seen one of them with J Dogs, if I remember correctly. It's a good looking blue. It's a kind of a deep blue. I'm partial to the orange ones myself. I don't think you can go wrong with those. And I got the spinning rod, the Uncle Lou spinning rod. I got it casting really far right now. I dropped down to, I forget what it was. I think it's a 40-pound braid. Let me see if I've got it right.
Morning, buddy.
Morning, Rustic. What a great fish, buddy.
That's a big channel cat, wasn't
it? Yeah. Yeah, I dropped down to 40-pound braid instead of 60.
Yeah, I got that 5 minutes after you shut down. It bang.
Oh, see?
That mad cat just laid it down in that current.
No, when the camera's on, man, I'm telling you, the fish don't hit. That's just my beliefs.
Uncle Lou, Jody, Gigabilly.
Yeah, nice fish, man. Hey, boy, it sure looked bigger than 18 pounds.
Yeah, it was 18.12.
Yeah, but it sure looks bigger.
It was a good one.
Yeah, buddy. See, and it was right after the live went down. See, I'm telling you, the camera's a jinx, man. For catfish, I can catch carp when I got it on with no problem.
Thanks, Uncle Lou. Yeah, morning, Dave.
I went fishing yesterday. Hey, morning, DHA. I went fishing yesterday, and some people were in the place where I always fish, so I couldn't fish there. I went on down.
But I live this morning. I went back and watched it.
Oh, yeah. I knew I wouldn't catch anything where I was at. I did get one pretty good hit, and I grabbed the pole and thinking I had circle hooks on. I reeled down and then pulled the pole out instead of, setting the hook, and I felt him for a couple seconds, and he got off. It's the only hit I had all morning.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep fishing that hole. I'm gonna pull out a monster out of that hole yet.
Oh, I guarantee I would too. Yeah. Heck yeah. No doubt in my mind.
Except the river's dropped like another 1.5 2 feet. So I've got to move down a little further to get past the little rift that's out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wondered why you went down that far. I understand now. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. It is a shame you couldn't have caught it on the live though. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I had 2 more big takedowns, but when they went to hook up, man, it was all wrapped up in them rocks. There wasn't nothing I could do with it.
Yep. I wonder if, well, wouldn't matter because you run a tight line. Now I was going to say, I wonder if you could get line that floated on the top. Trying to think what I'm
current.
thinking. Yeah, oh yeah, current. Yeah, never mind.
Just take it right back up against the bank here.
Yep, that makes sense now. Yeah.
Now, if I go down a little bit further, I can throw out towards that last bit of rip that's out there under the water because you can't see it, but you see it. The water's hitting it, causing like that.
Yeah, yep, I know what you're talking about.
I can probably throw behind that, maybe about put a little slip floater on there, probably about 10, 12 foot, and let it slowly float down.
Yep. That might work, but then you got to get them past that riff, that stuff after you get them hooked up.
Yeah. But that, if the wind ever stops going, I'm going chasing channel rats this week myself.
Hey, Gig, you're going fishing today, buddy? Good luck, man. Be safe. If you want to go live, you're more than welcome to come up. We'll put you on the big screen, make you famous.
Yep. Be safe out there on the open water.
Or infamous, one of the two.
Did you get any winds yesterday? Boy, that wind blew here yesterday.
Oh, I know. It was blowing so hard.
Morning, Don.
Don, how are you, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, that wind was kicking pretty good yesterday. Fortunately, where I was at, you come down off the road and it drops down low, and the wind was going over most of my head there, in that spot.
Not me. It blowing right down that river.
Yeah, like I said, there was 3 people in my spot, and then my pack bait was pretty much at its last leg. It was starting to turn, so I just balled it all up and threw it in, the water when I emptied my thing out. And I go to leave, and I drive down, and there's nobody in my spot. I'm like, oh man, if I hadn't thrown that pack bait in, I could pull in real quick and catch a couple fish. Because I know there's fish right in there. The place I was at is a big flat that's real shallow. I mean, I knew it going in that I probably wouldn't catch nothing there. But now that it's past Labor Day, like a cold morning like right now, they wouldn't be there, wouldn't be nobody there. Most people fish that spot either in the daytime on the weekends, or they fish it at night on the weekends and party there, But you can build a fire there, so if I want to catch fish, I can always go there as it gets cold, and I can build a fire as long as the wind ain't blowing too bad.
Yeah.
And you don't go down the road a quarter mile. You can just pull off the road in the grass and down in there. And that place there was spotless, no trash or anything laying anywhere. So evidently people don't party there when they fish. There's like where I was fishing, that's kind of a sandy beach area, and people actually go. Actually, when I pulled in, there was 2 women coming out, had been in there swimming, and it's a real nice sandy beach right there. And it's not very deep, so I knew I wasn't gonna catch anything.
Huh.
Well, actually, as it starts getting cooler, they may come up into that lower, shallower, flat area for the warmer, sun, warmer water stuff or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I was thinking,
I'm going to try Thursday morning to do a live from down there, so to see if I can see them. I mean, I was on the panel the whole time, but as soon as you shut yours down, I tried. I can't get in there.
Yep. I was 3 different times where I was fishing for carp at my main spot there. I'd reel it in, and there'd be a little bitty mussel shell in that little spring thing, and it's about the same area each time I cast. So I'm wondering if there ain't a mussel bed right there, maybe. Because nowhere else I cast at or anything has that ever happened, but that same area right there, and their little bitty mussel shell about that big, and it actually was caught inside that little spring thing. So it had to be dragging through it, you know what I mean, for it to get shoved up in there or whatever.
Yeah, that or they're crawling while it's sitting there, it's crawling up in there to eat, feeding on it.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if I might take some cut bait and throw one out there sometime in that area, because if there's a little mussel bed there, maybe, you know, channels are coming in and eating.
It's a possibility. They eat them mussels when they come up. You gonna get rid of
6 Uncle Lou rods. Good luck, man. Jeez, well, you're famous, so you may be able to pull it off. But I just, you know, I was thinking about that because I watched a video a couple years ago about a guy fishing on the Ohio, and he said that if you could find those mussel beds, that those were a good place to fish because the fish come in and feed on the mussel. So, but it doesn't hurt anything, you know, to throw a piece of cut bluegill or something out there sometime, maybe. Hell, maybe even a piece of chicken since it's a mussel bed.
Them small mussels, that's a high protein source for them catfish, and when they come up,
yeah, that's what that video I watched said, that they come in there and eat those. You know, it's like going to the grocery store for them. So yeah, I may do that. You know, 2 poles out this way with chum on them, and 1 over there with a little piece of cut or maybe a piece of chicken or something.
That's why a lot of people go down to that one spot on the river in the springtime when the mussel starts coming up.
Yeah,
man, they catch some giant blues down there, even sturgeon in there feeding on them things.
Huh? Yeah, I'll bet. But I just thought it was weird that twice it happened in that same spot right there. You know, one time I'd have just figured, well, there's, you know,
must be a good little sandy bottom because they got to have that sandy bottom.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, that whole area in there actually is pretty much sandy. You know, if you walk out in it, it's not like sinking down in mud when you walk out there. Even where I'm fishing at, you get past some big rocks. It's sandy. The whole area out through there is.
Yeah. Uncle Lou said, what was that supposed to mean?
You talking to me? The good luck with that, getting 6 of Uncle Lou rods? Heck, man, it's hard to get 1 right now.
That's what he talked about.
That's what that was supposed to mean. Because all I need to do is get 1. How big are your orders usually when you order? I mean, I don't know. What do you order? 20 of them or something like that? Or do you order more than that, like 100? I don't know. Well, you got 3 of them, so you actually only need 3 if you need 6 of them. Come think of it. That's more than possible. I like Mad Cat. That one Mad Cat rod that J Dog gave me, the old school one with the cork handle. I like that rod, man.
Yeah.
If right now it's my lucky rod, it's the one I'm catching all my fish on. I know that. No, I take that back. I caught 2 on the Uncle Lou spinning rod.
Oh, he said because you're famous.
Oh. You ordered 500 of those? No kidding.
Jody said, yeah, I ain't famous. I'm just Jody, but Uncle Lou don't make no difference to nobody. We're all treated the same.
500 rods? Did they all come in one big crate at one time? Hell, you'd need a forklift to unload it. Heck
well,
yeah.
Jody, come up on Fish Nation. We'll make you famous.
I got used car salesman thing. Minimum you can do is 100, and I order 5. Jody, you're pretty famous. Everybody knows you. You built quite a reputation that 3 or 4 years ago starting. You was spending all them weekends out there by yourself, man. Believe me. You were pretty impressive. You impressed a lot of people. Yeah, I do too, Ernie. And the orange on them doesn't seem to fade. I like that. I don't know. I had the the whatever that one is, orange and 2-piece I got. Tangling with Cats. That's it. And it's faded. And it stays in the same place. It stayed in the same place. Actually, it stays down in the floor of the car. The SUV and Uncle Lou's is actually propped up, so it gets more sun than that anyway. But the Tangling with Cats, it faded. I don't know why, and it faded quite a bit down by the handle. Oh, I did get I didn't get a strike for the Tom McDonald videos, but I got a thing about monetizing them and sharing money or something. I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna get any money, but it said it wasn't a strike, but it said I could do that if I wanted to. I didn't think Tom McDonald would strike anyone for playing his stuff. He's pretty cool.
Oh, I had 2 rods. I think next time I go out, I'm gonna take that original J-Dog rod out, the OG.
Which one? The green one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to put it out there for some catfishing.
Oh yeah, Jody. But I mean, that one, what was it, 3 years ago or so? That man, you was out there for like 2 days solid, to the point we was worrying about you driving home. I remember that. Because you would get real tired. Yeah, TWC rods. It's a nice rod. I like it, but it's faded, and it's a 10-foot 2-piece rod, so it's a good rod for on the bank. Because it'll whip a bait out there about 75 yards probably. Or I think right now the Mad Cat ones I'm using, I can throw it out there. It's about 50 yards out. In fact, it was out far enough. Pontoons was boating over top of it. Not yesterday, but the time before when I was out there. But fortunately, they weren't, dragging line or nothing. They're just, old people boating around the lake. Oh man.
Yeah, I'd like to get me another 12-footer that will have 2 good bank rods.
Man, I don't even know if I could cast a 12-footer.
Oh yeah, you can. As long as you got plenty of room behind you, you do. Like when I'm on them rocks over on that slope, I can't throw right behind me. I have to put it to the side. And
what am I easing about there, Ernie Brown? My 75 yards? Is that what you're saying? I can take you and show you. I'll go over to the football field. Within that's, I don't know, 3 ounce weight, maybe 4.
Well, I had that 8-ounce coin sinker and that live bluegill on there, and I throwed it, and it went easy 60, and I didn't even throw it hard. I just throwed it out there. It went way up.
Oh, the 12-foot rods is what you're talking about, Ernie? Yeah, I'm sure I could. I'm picturing in my mind how high the branches are, because there's trees above me there where I was fishing at. but I don't think there were. I'm pretty sure I could cast it right there in that area.
Yeah, them 12-foot rods get you out there further.
Yeah, I know how long's Black Betty that Danny Stone throws. Yeah, I thought about taking all mine out to the football field at my old high school and casting them, each of them, and seeing how far I can cast them. Because I know I got the ugly stick catfish thing or whatever the bronze colored one. And it's a 10-foot 2-piece and it casts pretty good.
Well, there's Tim. More Tim.
Morning, dog. 16 foot, yeah. I couldn't even haul that in my truck. It's longer than my regular. Each half would be longer than my regular rods. Wonder how much it costs to have a small dumpster brought in so I can clean that garage out, man. I gotta get rid of that crap somehow.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's different.
I mean,
different places. Here for a 4-yard, I think it cost us $250 or something like that. See, on Mississippi River, you ain't got
dumpsters aren't cheap. Yeah, I didn't figure they would be, Ernie.
Once the current hits it, it's gonna take it even further.
Yeah.
More Denise, I always try to throw. If I see some good riffraff out there that the water's curling over, I'll try to throw way up front of it and just let the line feed out. By the time it settles down, it's like almost right in front of it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Denise wants 4 more rod holders.
Oh, yeah, she's on the Kentucky side. She can use as many rods as she wants. Is that your company, dog? I think they get like a company discount or whatever, you know what I mean, as opposed to just Joe Average having one brought out. But now it's getting cooler out. Hopefully, if it stays like this. Okay, dog. And now that it's staying cooler like this, if it stays this way, I can start working on the garage. Because in the afternoon, there's nothing blocking the sun, and it gets so hot in the afternoon right now. You can't go out there and work. I mean, there's no way. Oh, it's you yourself ordered one, then, not your company. Okay, that's cool. $350. Yeah, I can't do that. But there is a place in town I can take and dump my stuff at the city sanitation place. They got a place you can take your truck full of stuff or whatever, and you pull in, they weigh you, and then you go in and dump everything, and you come back out, they weigh you and charge you per the pound or something like that. Oh, goodness. Yeah, go get that about noon. Which hopefully he's doing better than he was before. Because then I got to, next time I take him is the day before I go get my surgery.
Oh, I got heartburn.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I wonder if Eric's working today or if he has a doctor's appointment or something. Can't remember. Text him and see what's happening. It was almost cool enough this morning to kick the heat on, to be honest with you. I think it was down, had to be the low 50s, if not in the 40s.
61 here. Uncle Lou said eye doctor.
Oh, is that what he has? Eye doctor today? I wondered.
Who?
I thought he said something yesterday about a doctor's appointment. I think he texted me.
Who, Eric?
Yeah. He texted me yesterday, I think. I can't remember. I lose track of time. So misplaced, are those to take back to England with him, or will they stay here till he moves back here?
I told you stop and go blind. They can't tell Uncle Lou nothing. I mean, I think it was with Uncle Lou going to eye doctor. Morning, Bill Bob. It's coffee time. Uncle Luke, thanks for sending me that thumbnail. I mean, that picture. I'm going to make a thumbnail out of it.
Yeah, I don't know how to capture screenshots off of lives or anything like that.
If you're on your laptop, you should be able just to click on it.
What, just like freeze the picture and then click on it and save? Let me see if I can do that real quick. Yeah, I don't see. Let's see, save as. Yeah, it says it's a web page. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Ernie B. Good morning, big bro. Says 205. He said, not a problem. J-Dog. Where's J-Dog?
I ain't got my greeting today, but I ain't got one in a couple of days. He must be mad because I didn't come down and go fishing when it was hot. But he'll be all right. He'll get over that because I can't fish when it's 90 degrees, man. There's no way I wouldn't have any fun. I would have to take a backpack full of sweat towels, as much as I sweat.
Yeah. They were calling 70% chance of rain here Wednesday. I think they moved it to Friday.
I was thinking, what day did it rain? Saturday? I don't remember now, but the holiday thing, it's going to have me all messed up because today feels like Monday now. So now I'm thinking I'll be off a day all week, which means I'll probably miss trash day, knowing me.
Yeah, ours was yesterday. They picked up trash yesterday.
Did they really? Maybe they sweeten the pot on a holiday and pay double time or something.
You don't hear much from him on weekends. Y'all ain't learned yet.
Well, I mean, I don't mean on here, Uncle Lou. Usually he texts me on the weekends. I usually talk to him. Especially if he's catching fish, he'll send me pictures.
Yeah, I've got to send him that picture.
Yeah, if he was catching fish this weekend, he would have sent me a picture to show. See, you should have been here. This could have been your fish. Blah, blah, blah. He always does that to me. This could have been your fish.
What, Denise? How come you're not going to do a video of how to put it in?
Mm-hmm. Mm. But he'll text me and say, this could have been your fish. And I'll be like, not if it was on Tara's side of the boat. It couldn't have been. It's like she'll have 3 poles here and I'll have 3 poles here and there's a line. You don't cross. You know what I'm saying? You'll lose fingers. She's competitive. Nope, all you gotta do is drive to Iowa. He said that to pack everything you own though, because he says once you go there, you'll never leave. Yeah, Sunday was Mason's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, because me and him were talking about me coming down, and I was going to come down Friday and Saturday, and then they would, have Mason's birthday Sunday, and I just went home Saturday. But it was still hot up. It was still hot here Saturday. If I remember correctly, it didn't start getting cool till Saturday night. Goodness gracious. Oh, I thought of something now. I can't remember what it was. That always happens.
Uncle Lou, you go fish for them channel cats. You gonna go live? Well, my face got sunburned yesterday. These stories are often common, but thankfully they're about to attack America's #1 most trusted tax resolution firm. Popular experts have helped thousands of people just like these. If you're in trouble with the IRS, they can help you. I didn't know I was going to do it. So while I had no solution, luckily I came across Popular Tax Relief. When I saw the A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, I knew that this was coming. Oh yeah, so Clubhouse. If you had to order the spinnings, you'd have to order them in a batch of 100 too, wouldn't you? What do you mean? I fell and bumped my head.
Oh goodness, I'm trying to think, get my day planned out. I don't know. I just hope Dad's doing good enough that he can get up and walk. It'd sure make it easier to get him in the house this afternoon. Oh shoot, sun came up. I missed it. Hi, Max, buddy. You want to go out? Come on here. Here you go, Max. There you go. Yep, that was a good one, and I missed it. It's real bright now, so close that blind just a little bit, like so. What are you doing, buddy? You already had 2, okay? You already had your 2 little cans of food this morning. That's all you get. Sorry, buddy. That's it. No, you're not. No, you can't come up here. Nope. You don't learn how to put your claws in. You climb up it. It gets painful. Yeah, now the summer's over with as far as pleasure boaters and stuff go.
Summer ain't over.
Well, no, summer ain't, but summer holiday is.
The leaves are starting to change, but it's still gonna get some warmer.
I seen soybean fields starting to turn here the other day, yesterday.
Yeah, they're knocking out
some corn.
soybeans and corn here.
Yeah, the corn's turning now. I seen one field that was turned a lot, and all the other ones are starting to at the bottom.
Hey, there's Turtle Nate. What's up, Nate? Good morning.
Hey, morning, Nate. Turtle Nate. Oh man, on my way to fishing yesterday, I had to stop and get a big snapping turtle out of the road, and I didn't know if I could pick him up by the tail or not because I seen a video clip one time where a guy done that and the turtle bit him somehow. So I got my my net out and used the handle of the net and kind of scooted him across the road. And he wasn't real happy. Let's just
you can pick him up. If you're gonna pick him up, you can pick him up from the back shell where legs are. Pick him up, hold him back like that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just know I didn't want to get bit by him. Yeah, the string of cars behind me, they probably weren't real stoked, but it's Sunday.
Hey, I've seen them be on the side of the road where you don't even drive, and dumb people would swerve over just to run over it. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that turtle's just sitting there and not even in the road.
Yeah, that turtle ain't hurting nobody. It ain't like a rattlesnake or something that can bite you and it's poisonous.
Yeah.
There's no sense in running over a damn snapping turtle. That's stupid. I seen one of them little, I don't know, box turtles or whatever we used to call them, but there's about, I don't know, he's probably about that big around. Somebody run over him out here on the county road this summer. And I'm thinking, who in the hell run over a freaking little turtle? And I mean, he was big enough you could see him from probably 100 yards away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, unless the sun was dead in their face and it was morning time, so the sun couldn't have been in their face, because the blood was fresh all around him. So it happened not very long before that. But I was like, man, it was, and that's one of them turtles that definitely don't bother nobody. What's bad medicine 205? Run over turtle?
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Man, I need to do something. I can't remember what. Oh, no, my weed eater yesterday. Thank goodness. My weed eater head's got two lines come out, right? And where the line goes in the head, there's like that little aluminum insert that, the line slides through. Well, it came out on one side. That's hard telling where it's at, but I thought I need to order. You can order a replacement head thing, you know what I mean? I'm going to do that, but I thought, man, that ain't enough. There's not enough summertime left to do it right now. So I just fed one piece of line through. It worked fine, but I don't, I was going through my mind, I think, how can I make one of these? Is there a way I can make one of these out of something and blah, blah. And I'm like, man, now I looked online. They're not that expensive. I was like, man, dude, just order one.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. I had to buy a new one for mine.
Oh, killing stuff for no reason. I agree, 205. I try my hardest to never harm an animal if I can, If it happens, it was purely by accident. I went through a spell last year, whatever. I hit a bird. Then I had the big owl thing fly out of the thing at night coming home from fishing and hit the side of my car.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
That scared the crap out of me, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm going down the state highway, middle of nowhere by myself, and all of a sudden I can see it out of the corner of my eye. The headlights are light. I had my brights on. I can see it and it drops out. And I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm thinking Mothman or something, And
Mothman.
And he come down and literally hit the passenger window right, and I turned around and come back to make sure he wasn't hurt, or if he was hurt, I was going to try to, throw a towel over him or something and call the DNR. But I went back. I didn't see him anywhere. I checked the ditches and everything, and I didn't see him nowhere. So it might have probably just not. I wondered. That's why I went back to see I went back to see if he was hurt or not, on the side of the road, or if he was stunned or whatever. And he wasn't there. He was gone. So I'm assuming evidently it didn't hurt him too bad. They must be pretty tough. Because it sounded like somebody threw the softball to the side of my car.
Yeah.
Mom must have turned the TV back on and then fell back asleep because she got the cartoon channel on. Or MeTV plays cartoons from 7 to 8. So it must be 7 o'clock, I reckon. Oh, 7:30 almost. Yep. All right.
Yep. Give me some more coffee. Oh.
All righty then, people. There we go, little guy. I know, not yesterday, but the time right before that, a couple of days ago when I went fishing, carp fishing, whatever, man, I had one pull down, takedown, and I'm telling you, I felt him. He was huge, and the line broke. I had, that or the knot come untied. I'm not sure which because it was curly. I'm thinking my knot come untied, and I think that 20-pound mono, you got to wet it when you're, tightening down the knot, and I may have forgot to do that or something. I don't know, but I felt him, and he was big. I mean, he's the biggest one I'd felt since I started fishing there this week.
All right, Uncle Don. Hope you get some good results at the doctor's.
Yep. Good luck, Uncle Don. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I gotta get woke up here.
Wonder where Curtis is at this morning. He was all chatty catty yesterday.
Yep. But the holiday's over. They may have went fishing last night. I don't know.
He probably been asleep.
Do what?
He's probably in bed asleep.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
There, Tim made it home.
All right, Tim. Nice.
Jody.
Oh, Jody, that's sweet. You can buy those. Most bakeries you can buy them. I'm teasing you. You'll be fine. I ain't saying nothing. I know I can't make a cake, so I ain't even gonna say nothing. What are you doing here, buddy? Come here, you got a hair by your eye. Let's see. What's the matter, huh? What's the matter with my little man? He's a good boy today. Huh?
Morning, anything?
Good man. Do what?
Anything came in?
Morning, Finn. Good to see you, buddy. Wow, he's just a cute guy. He's doing cute.
I want some of his live the other morning.
You gonna go outside? Is that what you want? Huh?
Well, I had to leave.
Hold on. Why you want to go out? You want me to just hook you up and leave the door open so you can go in and out? Okay, come on. I'll hook you up, buddy. Here, little guy.
Had a 3-foot snake land on my boot.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta go out here, buddy. Come here, let's go out.
I never do that.
Put it right here. Little guy.
I've got more than one in there. Morning, John.
You weasel ass. We'll do it later then. Go in there and lay down. You're acting like you're all cute and everything. Hey, morning, John. How are you, buddy? Oh, man.
Yeah, we had make it from scratch.
We had John pop in the other day.
Don't forget, instead of flour, you'll use cornmeal.
Do what?
Telling Jody, said she's gonna make it from scratch. I said, don't forget to put a cornmeal in. John sent you a case buggy video I'm editing now.
Okay, cool. I got to keep. I have to keep it up on my phone. This here up on my phone, so I can see what's happening on the actual live on YouTube. I'll check it out here in a little bit.
Hey. Don't confuse her, rustic.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
She's looking at the recipe right now. Does that really come to that?
Yep, exactly. Well, I ain't gonna lie. There ain't no way I can bake no cake. Maybe a Betty Crocker in a box one or something, but
she can do it all she follows the recipe correctly.
Yep.
And reach the correct baking time.
I leave stuff like that to the professionals.
I bake my own cakes and I even make my own icing.
Out of butter and powdered sugar and
17. That's awesome. I got one yesterday. One big one.
I got none yesterday. But like I said, I mean, if I was to leave right now and go there, there's nobody there because it's a weekday. But it'd be real cool sitting there. I'd have to put long pants and a sweatshirt on.
They're going to get a real treat when you make biscuits and gravy.
I was going to say, you better know how to make gravy. If you're from Tennessee and don't know how to make gravy, I think there's prison sentences for you.
Thank you to the guys, man.
Yeah.
He's got enough pickles to last a lifetime. One thing I never learned how to do. My mama did a lot of it. I never learned how to can.
How to what?
How to can those vegetables.
Yeah. I learned, when I made them pickles, I learned it, but not the kind you do with a pressure cooker. I learned the other one, the hot water thing or whatever.
Nate said he caught a sunburn. Yeah, so did I. Yesterday. After the clouds left, oh my goodness, that sun popped out. It was nice out there. Boy, with that sun reflecting off that water. Ooh, mercy. Plus, you're sitting on all them white rocks out there.
It's reflecting, yeah. Uncle Lou knows how to make some gravy.
Look, I'm sitting like I'm going downhill or something. There we go. Well, you going back out fishing,
John? What are you doing? You going editing? You're editing or something? You guys going out today?
But it looks like mashed potatoes. Put a little more milk in it. Stir it up, make it a little bit runny.
It looks like mashed potatoes.
Some people like that thick gravy like that. I do.
I think hers is probably lumps from not getting the flour mixed up enough.
I don't like it thick like mashed potatoes, but
no. All right, cool, John. Appreciate you hanging out, brother.
Have clips laying everywhere. What? You out there with them old big old film projector machines recording? Going through your film like, yeah, I want that part, cut that. Yep, cut that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like barbecue, low and slow. Steer.
Yeah.
Steer so you don't burn. I got home fishing yesterday and I cooked barbecue some chicken. It was good.
Yeah, it sounds like, I need to buy a little grill. I don't really want to buy a big one. I just like to have a little one, one of them little ones about big that you screw the bottle on. Just to sit out on the deck to cook hamburgers and stuff on.
What do you put in it, Jody? Water? You want some good, smooth gravy, you need to use milk or condensed milk.
You don't put milk in the. I don't even want. It's not gravy that you're making. Then, if you don't put milk in it, grease, flour, and water, no, that's not gravy. No, you cannot make gravy without milk.
You said grease, flour, and water.
Really? The grease and flour part, I understand. We use like bacon drippings or stuff like that. Good morning, Diana.
Morning, Diana.
I've never heard of putting water to make gravy.
Even that comes in the bag that's already there, you just dump it in the pot, put milk in it, stir it. It calls for milk.
Poor person gravy? That ain't gravy. That's all there is to it. I couldn't eat it. There is no way. Are you ready to go out now? Come on. The cat moved away from the door so you can go
Hey,
out.
look there. Our number one fan's awake.
You up and open the door so you can go in and out on your own. So I don't have to sit here and hear you whining all the time. All right? There. Hold on. Let me go out here and
How was the birthday party? Did you take it to Chuck E. Cheese?
It's nice out this morning. It's nice out this morning. Yes, it is. Kind of cool, but rather pleasant.
I don't have milk. Got milk?
I've never heard of making gravy without milk. Never heard of it.
Water would work, but if you want that good, how do you put it? Creamy flavor and fluffiness of the gravy. Got to use that milk, man. Jody says, I don't drink milk. Why are you so short? Drink milk, grow up a little taller. Make your legs longer.
You don't drink milk? Well, you still got to buy you at least a little half gallon, make some gravy. Why don't you drink milk?
I seen that. Going backstage or what?
Yep, exactly. 205. You make white gravy for country fried steak too. What did you go out and potty? That's what you did you go?
I'll just get a can of gravy and heat it up there.
Little man now, okay. Oh, there you go. Easy.
What do you mean not true? Did I say something about the milk and the gravy? I don't know.
Hey, guy, we got to run the vacuum today. As much as I hate to do it, we got to run the vacuum today. He's such a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good puppy. Go on.
I'm not going back to the river till Thursday. I got stuff to do today and tomorrow. I got to get the OG over there rigged up for that. Put a new different reel on it, heavier line, and oh, milk doesn't make you tall. And what happened to me? I
Well,
milk when I was younger.
I was a kid. They told me it made your bones strong. I raced dirt bikes and rode dirt bikes my whole life and never broke a bone.
Uncle Lou. I don't drink milk either, but not a chance I'm making biscuit gravy out. That's right.
Mm-hmm. But so I drink milk. I probably drink 2 gallons a week, probably.
Check your messages, Buggy.
Okay. But yeah, I probably drink 2 gallons a week, I'd say. Because me and Dad drink it, and I buy 4 gallons or 2 gallons every time I buy it.
I have a doctor's appointment today. Is there anyone that would like to take my place? I'll pay for it. Is that the one you got to put the glove on? They said bend over. No, I ain't doing it.
I am still the number 1% in J Dog's life. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
I need to go see if I can just back out. Reflux or whatever.
Yeah, let's make that a little. That's cool. All right. I got my messages all checked up and everything. Wait. Go back to that. Yeah, there it is. Oh, messed it up. Oh, there we go. I love milk, though. I put mine in a glass with some ice. I mean, it's got to be ice cold milk, but I love it. Morning, dog.
Morning, buddy. Brother.
How are you today?
Good, and you?
I'm real good, man. Not bad at all.
Cool. Rustic, you hanging out there? No, he's busy doing something. All right. Morning, everybody. How's it going?
Yeah, Jody, you don't taste the milk in the gravy. I mean, you
no,
should
just
really try it. Your gravy will be 100 times better.
100 times better. And I've got to ride with you, Buggy. I ain't never, ever heard of anybody using water for gravy.
Now, sometimes if my gravy's not thick enough, Mom taught me this. I'll put about that much water in the bottom of, say, like a Solo cup and put flour in it and then mix it up with a fork and then slowly stir it into my gravy.
Add some more roux to it. Yep.
About half at a time. We don't put the whole thing in. Let it cook up a little bit and see.
Yep. That's what we do when we make pepper steak to gel it up. It's actually cornstarch and water for that one, and it's a little bit at a time because you never know. It gets to that point where it goes over the wall and you're done.
And the reason you mix that up in the water is so you don't get any lumps. Otherwise, you just can't throw powder in the gravy or flour in the gravy. Ooh, frying up some sausage. What was that noise? I need to run the vacuum today and get stuff ready for Pop too. So I'll probably get off here about 8:30 or so, I reckon. Maybe.
Pop's coming home today, huh?
Yep.
Your mom your mom will probably be glad to see him.
Yeah, she even said she missed him when he's not here.
I bet she does. I bet she really does, Buggy.
Oh, she does, yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, what's up, Rustic?
63 years together, you've got to get on each other's nerves. Plus, you got to be a habit with each other, I suppose, by then.
Yeah, it's just like My wife, she gets on my nerves constantly. But I tell you what, we went to CatCon this year. I could not sleep because she wasn't around.
Yeah. You know, after my divorce, that was the hardest thing that I ever had to try to get used to.
I mean, my wife and I, we sleep in separate bedrooms because I ain't no fun to sleep with. I really ain't.
Well, and you got different hours going on.
No, we both work the same hours.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but she goes to bed at 9 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed at 11 or 12, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then I snore real bad. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to try to hide it a bit. And I flip and toss and turn. And I wrestle in the bed in my sleep. So I don't blame her one bit. She don't get no sleep. She sleeps with me.
Dad fights people in his dreams. Cracks me up. And he's had some bad ones last month because he'd wake up and say he had a bad dream about fighting people. He woke up one time and was like, "Well, come on, we got to get the guns. We're going back." I'm like, "What are you talking about, Pop?" He said, "I don't let them guys beat me up like that. Come on, we're going back." I said, "Pop, you was dreaming. Just lay back down, relax a little bit."
He gonna go back, take care of business.
Yeah, so I ordered a gun safe. Should be here. It's not a big one, but it's just something I can put him in that he can't get to. You know what I mean? It's not one of them big fancy ones. It's just a little thin, like almost like a Foot Locker, but something to put after that, it was last week that happened. And I was thinking, man, what would happen had I not been up at the time he had that dream? Fortunately, he couldn't get up. If he'd have got up, he'd have been able to get up by him, And I was like, dude, you need to put them rifles and stuff in a gun safe.
Yeah, I got a full-size gun safe too.
Yeah.
It's not full of guns, but we got other important stuff in there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Yeah, I got a little.
It's fireproof. It's fireproof and all that. Yeah. That's where it all goes.
You gotta be kidding me! Come on, come here. Let me get your boogie out of time. You got some boogies in your house. Hold on. I'm gonna have to search out what I need to give you for your boogie. Are you coming too, little guy? You guys, this is it. I ain't letting you back in. Go on.
Bunny, 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 run, bunny.
But I got to thinking, Lord forbid, because with that dementia, sometimes he doesn't know what's what, you know what I mean? So I got to thinking, I'd be in big trouble if he got up and got a hold of a gun or something. But not by getting shot, but by the law. See you there, that boy cook, ain't gonna bet it. But yeah, so I was thinking that I was like, man, plus he's got this old M1 that's cherry. I mean, all my friends who collect guns and shit want to buy it. And I can't sell it to them. It's his. And it's mine after his. But this thing, I don't know what it's worth, but I don't know about where y'all live, but the Cabela's over in Noblesville in the gun section, they got a room that you go in and it's got old guns in it and stuff on display. And there was a couple of them in there had pretty good prices on them.
You can't have them guns in the state of Illinois no more.
Really?
Yep.
You're shitting me.
Oh, and there are some handguns and stuff because of their clips you can't have either.
You're shitting me.
Ooh, they just passed that law last year and it's crazy.
Fucking communist, man. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
My guns fell out of the boat in the Ohio River, and I have no idea where you're gonna find them at, buddy. I wasn't paying attention.
Broke into my house 10 minutes before you got here and stole all my guns. Damn.
Yep. Yeah, and that's another thing we got to worry about. If Trump was to lose that election, they're coming after assault rifles if he loses. Don't let nobody kid you. They're coming, and they're going to do it.
No, Buggy, they're not coming after your guns. They're coming after your bullets. They're coming after your bullets.
Well, that was the other thing they tried that too at one time.
Illinois is just the gayest state for gun laws. Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. That's enough. No,
that's terrible, man. They got terrible gun laws. I mean,
go down somewhere.
Well, what do you expect? They keep putting Democratic governors in the position up there that keep screwing the state over, but they keep electing them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Rustic, I'm going to tell you, here it is right now. Everybody, and I mean everybody, in the state of Illinois can vote Republican, except for Chicago, and we'd still lose.
Yep, population.
Not only that, but they know how to pad votes up there. You think they ain't kidding? Them guys are crooked as J-Dogs up there. I mean, just crooked. And I don't mean the J-Dog. I mean, they are crooked as J-Dogs. I mean, just
I've seen on the news where 2 of them up there was padding boxes and stuff and doing everything, and they got off scot-free.
Oh, they've had every election. You know, they find dead people have been dead for 30 years voting. I mean,
Chicago's the worst, man.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Always been bad.
This is my throw on what's going on in Washington. Everything in Washington was kind of until Barack Obama brought Chicago politics to Washington. Now you see what's going on.
Hey,
now it's cutthroat everywhere.
Yeah, he taught Nancy and them how to do it.
Sure did.
But I didn't know. So did they outlaw assault rifles in Illinois? No kidding. You know, Chicago's a combat zone. There's more people dying there a year than there are in the Middle East.
Well, you know, if they take all the guns away, only the crooks are going to have guns.
Yeah, and they blame Indiana for all their guns. And I'm like, how many people get shot in Chicago with stolen guns? You can't blame Indiana because the guns.
What do you think about them Democratic-ran cities who banned guns in those cities, and they got the highest gun crime there ever is?
There you go. I mean, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with having a gun for your home protection. Not one bit. Everybody should have a gun in their house. Everybody.
You know, back in the early 80s or late 70s, I think it was probably around 1980, Kennesaw, Georgia passed a law that every house had to have a gun in it.
Good for them.
Yeah, and crime, the like burglaries and stuff like that went to nothing. You know, but I didn't know they outlawed assault rifles in Illinois. Man, that's scary.
I really don't have no use for assault rifles, but the people that collect guns and like those guns, that's fine for them. You know, if they want them, I'm good with that.
I want to get one. I want to get an AR.
But I tell you what, if the shit breaks off and we go into Red Dawn, I sure would like to have an assault rifle.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, man, it's getting sketchy out here. And I mean, especially if they try to pass a national gun ban, you know, back when Clinton got it passed, it was a different world then. And I don't think
today.
Morning, Dave. Hey, 3030, good morning. I just don't think it'll fly. They can pass it all they want, but who's, you know, the biggest part depends on what party your sheriff is. If your sheriff is a Republican, then the odds of him enforcing that law is pretty slim. Most people don't realize the powers that county sheriffs have. They have a lot of power.
Well, our county sheriff is a Democrat. It's all Democrat here. I mean, we live in a university town, so you know.
There you go. Yep.
But you know, outside of that town is all these little bitty towns and country where everybody's got guns, and our Democratic sheriff, I don't think he'd be too smart to go take guns.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Who are they going to send to get them?
Yeah.
You know, who's going to come out in the county and drive up some 3/4 mile long driveway, come and take some farmer guy's guns?
Because I'm telling you, you're going to have to take a SWAT team to every house.
Yep.
I'm so over this, man.
If they're outlawed, they should outlaw them from the police too.
Oh yeah. You know, I laughed. You know, the Bush and them talked about, well, there can't be no revolution. They don't have jets or blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? The Afghan people fought Russia forever.
10 years.
With nothing but guns and IEDs. You know, don't tell me it can't be done, because
they fought them for 10 years, and what Russia do? Ran. I mean, come on.
Because they couldn't beat them. So don't tell me. And they don't have the Second Amendment over there. So They don't have half the guns this country has. But to tell me because they don't have a military, the American people couldn't do it is wrong. So them little bitty enclaves of people in the Middle East know how to do it. Like, like I said, and then we didn't learn nothing. Russia couldn't beat them. So then what do? We go there. Like, you fucking kidding me, you idiots?
Yeah, we did a little bit better. But here's the problem now. All them weapons that we left behind for them warlords, guess who they're going to use them on now?
They left enough to create a whole army. Uncle Lou, you're 100% right. What is it? I'm thinking Chicago or New York. I mean, if it's a petty crime, you don't get no bail unless it's a major felony. You get arrested, there's no bail. You walk because having bail's, unfair. Oh,
we got a no bail system here.
Do you? Yeah. Damn, man. I'm glad I don't live in Illinois. I didn't know that.
No, you don't have to pay. Now, look, they're going to hold you for the very, very serious crimes, but you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay bail for the misdemeanors and stuff like that you're arrested for because some people can't afford bail and they'll want to keep in jail because they can't afford bail.
Yeah.
If you can't afford bail, don't do what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't know what I mean. Win or lose in November, I honestly don't know what's going to become of this country after this election. It's going to be interesting.
To be honest with you, I really don't think there will be. I think there'll be some upset people, but I don't think there's going to be fighting in the streets. I really don't.
They're going to go pound sand, Tim.
J Dog, I wasn't talking about you. I just sorry.
Who's that?
J Dog. When I said our politician is crooked as a J Dog, I didn't mean J Dog. I didn't mean that.
Hey, Roger. But yeah, I don't think you wouldn't see it. You may see it in some big cities. I think if Trump wins, you're going to see protests in the streets and stuff, kind of similar to Black Lives Matter type thing. But if Kamala wins, which I can't even see I don't understand why anyone could vote for someone who's so stupid. I don't even care what party. If she was the Republican ticket, I'd be the same thing. She is a stupid human being. She's dumb.
Buggy.
Google or YouTube the clip of Judge Joe Brown. You know what I'm talking about? Joe Brown used to have a TV show. Google the clip of him talking about her. It's hilarious. One of the quotes in it is he said, I spent decades representing pimps because I was a defense lawyer. I know a hoe when I see a hoe. That's what he said. He's from out there.
They're going to win. They are going to win. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but hook or crook, they're going to win.
Yep, somehow. Well, like that last one, they were putting poster board and stuff up over the windows in the counting room, and nobody stopped them. I'd have been there as one of the observers. I've been like, y'all better get them down now, or I'm going to start ripping them down.
Yep. See, I got a buddy of mine. He says there is no way that these voting machines can be hacked.
Bullshit.
Everything can be hacked.
Everything can be hacked.
Everything. Look, over there in China and Russia, they got rooms full of people. That's all they do is try to figure out how to hack stuff.
I think all elections should be done with paper ballots.
Yep.
They have to be, or else you're never gonna have people trust your elections here anymore until they go back to paper ballots. I wouldn't trust voting on a computer. It don't make no sense. Because I'm like you. And then the one person said, well, they're not connected to the internet. Oh, really?
Well, let me ask you this. How'd they get that vote from here to there?
Who says you can't bring a little wireless router in there and plug it in the corner and get everything linked up to it and have a phone or something that you use as your Wi-Fi?
Yep, that's right.
You know what I mean?
All the elections are all counted so quickly now. Their votes are going from here to there, not in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a car. No, they're going through the internet.
I'm so over this stuff, man. I'm done. I don't. And when they elected Joe Biden, I was like, that's it. I don't care no more. If this country is stupid enough to do that, you haven't seen the guy in 4 years. When this is before the election, he's been hiding in his basement. He hasn't done any press. He hasn't done any campaigning, and they elect this dude somehow. Yeah, right. 81 million votes, my ass.
Well, he ain't
And the
running.
bad part is he's got dementia and he believes it. You know what I mean?
He was never running the country anyway, and Kamala's not going to be running the country either.
Oh no, not at all. It'd be Obama's what, 3rd term or no, 4th term. Hey, what's up, Mark? How are you, buddy?
Hey, Mark.
But like I said, there comes a point I'm old enough. I don't care. I feel for my grandchildren. I don't know what the country's going to be like. You know, this young generation is going to have to. They've been indoctrinated enough that they'll just let it become what it's going to become or not. I don't know. I don't think they would stand up and fight for gun rights or nothing.
No.
Because you think this government takes a lot of control now. Let them take your guns and see what happens. Australia can tell you about it. I'll tell you what, one of the best countries right now as far as freedom and immigration, everything's Poland. Poland don't play, man. Their border's locked up. You ain't coming across it. You ain't, because the EU was on them hard about not letting all the immigrants in. Like, we don't care. We've been invaded by the Germans. We know what happens, and you're not coming in our country.
And they can say that, and what can you say about that?
Exactly. Nothing. It's their country.
You can't say shit.
Well, the old guy from Louisiana, John Kennedy, and the senator guy or whatever had on the other day.
Yeah.
He was questioning Mayorkas that time. And he said, well, why don't you just implement return policy or the first safe country policy or whatever it is? And Marcus says, well, we can't do that. And he's like, well, bullshit, we can't. Why can't we? It's our country. We can make that law if we want to. Well, we got a treaty with so. I don't care. He said, I don't care. We need to have the law where when you come in and apply for asylum, you go back over to Mexico until your court date. That's what happened when Trump was in. They made the policy where you don't just get released into the country with a phone and, oh, you got a court date in 5 years, we'll see you. Because put yourself in their shoes. I walked all that way to get here. I get in. You give me a pass in and tell me come to court in 5 years. You don't even know me. You don't have my address like I'm ever going to show up to your court.
Yep, exactly. And like they're ever going to go looking for them either, because you know what they are? A Democratic vote.
Yep. Did they? No kidding, Mark. I know it happened in Aurora, Colorado. I didn't know it happened there last night, huh? Yeah, see, they've spread out to all the big cities, haven't they? And now they got a thing going.
They're taking over apartment complexes?
They did in Aurora, Colorado. There's video of them. They went in, and the one I seen said that they run the manager out of the apartment and were going around collecting rent from the people and stuff. And there's video of them going up on the landing apartment complex, and the door camera here's catching them over there, and they're forcing their way in someone's apartment. Guy standing there with a automatic or semi-automatic rifle.
Imagine that. News just said 4 dead in the Chicago subway shooting.
Huh.
The police need to go over there and handle that business.
Well, the thing in Aurora, they're going to have to. I mean, it's national news now, so something's got to be done. You know, if anything, the mayor of that town needs to go to the governor and say, hey, we need the National Guard. We need the state police. We need something here now.
Surround this complex and let's get busy. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of people in there that need to get the hell out first.
Yeah. Well, that was the one I seen, the lady who had the door camera or whatever that caught it. Some people come in and got her and moved her out because they knew she was history. Oh yeah, so's New York, Mark. New York is, you know, their city council meetings are whatever, not city or little local area meetings are not hilarious. They're just people in there raising hell. Burrows, that's the word I'm thinking of. But if they took over one in Chicago, that should be a pretty good warning to some people. Hey, we got something organized going on here now with these Venezuelan gangs. And now it puts a little credence in what Trump said 4 years ago about them emptying their prisons and sending them up here. I would almost have to believe that now, I think.
Yep.
Which, that's the best part about not living in a city or a big city, you know.
My village is 450 people. And I can look out my backyard and see nothing but corn. I love it. I'll never live.
Oh yeah, 100%, Mark. The Chicago's like that, and they pay them for votes. They bus them. I mean, yeah, Chicago is. If you want to learn how to fix elections, go to Chicago. Chicago's been run by either the mafia or a crooked system for decades and decades and decades. And Chicago doesn't get as much press as New York City does, but Chicago's gnarly, man. What was it? It wasn't Labor Day weekend. It was 4th of July weekend. I think there were 23 homicides that weekend and 70-some shootings or injuries from shots on the weekend of the 4th of July in Chicago. You never hear it on the national news. Where the actual people in Chicago, I seen them interview them after like the 3rd year of Obama or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, he come in here and sold himself to us for sure, man. We thought we had the Messiah. We ain't seen shit. They were all pissed off. Tell him to come to Chicago.
So you don't hear about the gun violence in Chicago no more because it's every day now, and it's not news anymore.
Because yeah, you're right. It became so common. I mean, it is a combat.
It's not news anymore. They'd waste their time on it because it'd be every day.
Yep. Oh yeah. Exactly, Mark. It's gang violence in neighborhoods, but it's still shooting. I mean, I think they had 23 homicides in a weekend. We just had in the town I live in, we just had the 2nd homicide of the year this weekend. Of the year, which is an extraordinary year. We usually have at least 5 a year, you know, but we're doing good this year.
In the 20 years that I've lived,
Morty, this isn't a fishing club. This is the Bugman's Clubhouse. The show has changed.
We talk about everything.
It's not really a show. What you got there, Rustic? Hold on. Wait. It's not really a show because I have no organization. Shows have organization and stuff. So it's not a show anymore. It's just a hangout. Hold it. There you go.
Oh, I'm just putting a reel on this J-Dog rod.
I wanted to see the reel.
He's going to make fun of me.
No. Oh, yeah. Nice.
But it's all I got for right now.
That'll work. You know, I wasn't a big fan of spinning reels until I got that one that I put on that Uncle Lou rod, and it's a big one because I'd only had the little ultralight, you know, spinning reels. And
take me off big string buggy.
I am that one there, man, that I put on the Uncle Lou rod without line on the spool. You can take it and spin that handle, man, and it just goes and it just spins. And you know, so it's like, man, and Murillo gave it to me at CatCon a couple years ago. When I got the Uncle Lou rod, I traded regulators for it, or One Ton Fishing Club, and I traded him for the spinning rod. And I was sitting over there in the YouTube area talking to him and stuff, and then I think it was Curtis come over and handed me that reel in the box, brand new. He said, "Here, Murillo said, give that to you." Because they had that little swap shop table thing going on there. Yeah. I was like, "You're kidding me. Are you serious?"
I bought Possum Jody's Pin Warfare reel there for him.
Yep. There's a lot of good people in this community, man. Good-hearted people. Unfortunately, I just don't know most of them. This is a channel full of derelicts and the dredge of society now. I don't care. I grew up on the south end. I'm used to it.
Well, I'm not going to CatCon this year. Next year, I'm
Oh,
gonna save money and go fishing with J-Dog or something.
Yeah, I didn't get to go last year, so. And the 2 times I went, I could only go for the day because of Pop. You know, I had to be back home that night. And I got to get up at like, I don't know, 3:30 in the morning or so to get there. Because you want to get there early to get a parking spot.
Morning, Morty.
Or else you end up walking a good distance to get in.
You know what the trick is you go around the back of the building and come in the back door.
Yep, I heard that.
Yep, that is the
then they catch you without that deal, then they make you go buy it anyway.
No, I had my pass.
Oh yeah, see, not everyone has those, but I got there early, and I have a handicap placard, so I parked right up there by the entrance the first year. But I got there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Is that what she said?
I seen a bunch of them come in, and boy, Steve Douglas was right there, boy. Johnny on the spot, escorting them right to the front, buy a ticket.
Oh, okay. So you came in that back way, you didn't get a ticket, huh? Yeah, no, I wouldn't go in without buying a ticket, man. I mean, you got to support that or it goes away. I mean, bar none, you don't want to be sneaking in not paying, because if he, you know, that's one of them events that you want to buy the ticket for the fact you got to support it or it won't be there next year.
That's right. That's right. And we got the 2-day pass.
Yeah.
$25, man. Come on now.
I mean,
that's very reasonable.
He's
$25
operating
a day,
on a pretty low profit margin, if there is a profit margin after everything's said and done. You know what I mean? On that CatCon. So I'm sure there's a profit margin. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what anyone thinks.
I don't see no point in going up there spending $500 for a 2-day deal at a motel and then going there, and I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. I can take that money and I can make a couple trips, go fish with people.
Yep. Well, that's like I said, I only went for the day. I didn't stay in the hotel or nothing, but you live too far to go. I mean, if someone else is driving, I'm about 2.5 hours from there. But if I'm driving, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes, give or take a little bit.
This one here's ready for the river.
It took us about 3.5 to get there.
Yeah.
Because we shot straight over to Indiana or Indianapolis and went down 65 right in there. So
I'm an hour northeast of Indy.
It took us 5 hours to get there because I had to stop by and get Possum and go by and get Dominic. If I drove straight through, the way I would go and cut across, it takes about 4.5.
Yeah. Mark's got the right idea. He's going deep sea fishing this winter with that money. Good call. You know, that's something I've never done either, is deep sea fishing.
I took my oldest grandson. We were down in Mississippi deep sea fishing. We caught some sharks and stuff.
Now I got to get me another spin cast reel for the boat.
That's a spinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that catches. It gets a lot of fish on that. That's the one I caught that 18-pound channel on. Was that one?
Yeah. Isn't it funny how that works? That you get a rod and it seems to be the rod that catches the most fish.
There you go, Mark. Yeah, there you go. Go on a trip.
The Mad Cat rod that J-Dog gave me for my birthday, that's how it is right now. It's the rod I have that it catches almost 90% of the fish I catch.
I went on my honeymoon in 1995. That's good, Morty.
I went fishing, 3 times in the last 5 days?
I went yesterday morning.
Yeah, more fishing. That's pretty decent considering I got a yard that takes 2 days almost to mow with my little riding lawnmower that's got a 30-inch deck on it, and I got 2 acres of grass to mow.
Yeah, I went yesterday morning.
I went yesterday. I went No, I went 2 times this 5 days. I forget. I was thinking about that fundraiser thing or whatever we done, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Did you catch anything after you dropped off yesterday, Rustic?
Yeah, sure did. Buggy's got a picture of it.
Yeah, here, hold on. I put it up here when he sent it to me. Yeah, as soon as the live ended, of course.
Thanks, James.
There it is.
Yeah, I got sent it to J-Dog too, see what he thinks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He said it wasn't 5 minutes after we ended the live.
Oh yeah, as soon as the live ended, I got on the phone with was talking to Possum, and man, that boat rod just laid down and just like pounding the water, and I'm like, oh, good, look, I got a hit, got a bite.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, 18 pounds, 12 ounces.
Nice.
Channel cat.
Really?
Chin.
Yeah.
That's a good size channel cat.
That's a big channel cat. They grow them like that there in that Mississippi River thing.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I've caught a 30 and a 28 out of the Mississippi River.
I don't know. Oh, it was on my other camera. I had the walleye. Yeah, I caught about.
Roger. Channel cat.
It had to be about 24 inches so walleye that last spring fishing with cut bait.
Yeah, that channel cat. It was long, but it was, man, that was a fat dude, boy. He had
when I first looked at it, I thought it was bigger than 18 pounds. I mean, because it's a big fish. Channel cat lives do matter.
So I was riding home from work and kind of halfway hearing the conversation. Is Uncle Lou back into rods now?
He's been waiting forever for him to come in.
Okay.
He's ordered, like he said, he ordered 500 of them.
Okay.
But they haven't come in.
All right. Now that's what I'm waiting on. I need me a couple Uncle Lou rods. I got a couple of Mad Cat Gremlins that I bought for $55 a piece on clearance. I might give them to my brother when I get to my Uncle Lou rods.
Like I said, the first Mad Cat I ever had is the one J-Dog gave me. It's the old school, it's called. It's got cork handles. I love cork handles.
But, I like cork handles too. I really do.
Yep. It's the one that's catching all the fish right now.
Marcel sold all my Mad Cats. What are you using now, Mark?
I think he's got trophy seekers.
Whisker seekers.
Whisker seekers, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know TSO had rods. I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, I meant whisker seekers. I don't know what I was thinking.
They're nice rods. I had one. I gave it to J-Dog because he was starting to use them.
Well, Rick's got a couple of them too that he likes.
I like them cork handles on them.
Yep. That's like
I don't know. That's all we used to have when we were young. So that's all we used to have when we were young. So we love them so much.
No, I'm Whisker Seeker staff.
Oh, cool.
Send me one, Mark. Let me try it out.
Well, the one I ordered a medium instead of a medium heavy. And it's still a nice rod, but I couldn't cast it as well because it was just too flimsy.
Too flimsy, yeah. Now
so I got J-Dog.
I got 2 medium heavy Mad Cats, and then the 2 Gremlins I got are heavies.
Yeah.
I kind of like the heavies a little bit better because I reeled in a couple of good sized catfish on it. It felt a lot better.
Yep. They probably cast better if you're fishing from the bank.
Well, when I go down there with Rick, we're always dragging in the boat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you never had a Whisker Seekers, I bought one.
Mark, trip
Oh, I forget it. I think it's Greg Ferguson or something like that, signature, something along that lines. That's the one with the cork handle, and it's a really nice rod. And I gotta say, the Mad Cat rod that J-Dog gave me, I had never had one. I like it. It's a nice rod. It casts well. It's built well. You know, it's got plenty of eyes on it.
Oh, I love my Mad Catz rods, but I sure want me some Uncle Lou rods.
Yep, I only need one. I got the spinning rod. All I need is a casting rod. Because Chad Ferguson, that's it. Yep. Because you may never see Uncle Lou spinning rods again. And if you don't, then I got a collector's item in a small community, though. Yep, Chad Ferguson, that's the one. Like I said, I ordered the medium instead of medium heavy, and that was my fault. I clicked the wrong box. And don't get me wrong, it would have no problem landing a 30-pound catfish. You know, it would definitely be a lot of fun on it because it's going to bend. Which I was thinking about making me a smaller rod for them carp, because the best I can tell where them carp I'm fishing at, they average 3 to 4 pounds, and that's it.
Oh heck, you could just get yourself a nice little medium action
But
rod with a half.
yeah, I did have the one hit that I think the line came untied, but that one there was big because I felt it when I set the hook or whatever and started reeling. I felt it, and I thought, oh yeah, this is bigger than any of them I've caught yet. And then it got off the line, and I reeled it in. The line was curled at the end. Which when I tied that one on, I kind of thought, man, I don't know if this line's, if this is any good or not. And I should have. Anytime you have a doubt like that, naturally, you probably should do it over. But
yeah, I took my 2 gremlin rods down to the club Sunday, and they don't put big catfish in there. They put eater size catfish in there. That's what everybody wants, eater size, and I'm fine with that.
yeah,
but I put 6-pound test on the leader line there, and every time I went to set the hook with them heavy rods, snap that 6-pound instantly.
Yeah, no, your leader needs to be at least 20.
I was like, well, I got 12-pound leader. I got some 12-pound because I mean, I caught that day. I snapped off about 6 hooks, and I caught 1 fish because I didn't pull back to set the hook. I just started reeling real slow.
Yeah, well, I had one of them that was on, and I'm thinking circle hook catfishing, so I'm reeling before I pull it out of the rod holder, not thinking that, dude, you got carp hooks on there. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, that's a tough one right there, though. What if something happens and it's the perfect fishing day in the next 2 days, and you're like, oh man, I got the boat trapped in there.
Gonna be some tire tracks running down the driveway.
Yeah.
Hey, just think of it this way, Mark. Them tire tracks to help you line it up to get it back in the garage.
Yeah, exactly. You have lines to be able to see.
Yep. Put them tires right on them lines. You're going right in the garage.
That's a good way to make sure you get shit done, though, too, man. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be nice all week, doesn't it? I'm like, man, but who knows? Cause the 23rd I have my surgery, and let's see, that Sunday the 22nd I take Dad to the respite place and then go to my son's and spend the night. And I don't know how many weeks it'll be till I can go fishing again.
You'll be all right, Buggy. I had hernia surgery. They used a robot on me, and I was up and about in no time.
Yeah. I just know they told me not to be lifting anything heavy for a while.
Yeah.
Morning, Chris. Rich people still coat their driveways. That's a fact.
Want a Chris? Want a fresh snow?
I tried that seal coat on mine, but it just kept seeping down into the gravel, and I was like, yeah, I guess this is gonna work.
That ain't gonna work. I got about 3 buckets of that stuff out my shed. I'm too lazy to seal coat. I got a big driveway. About 8 cars will fit in it.
Yeah.
I wish it worked on concrete. I'd concrete my drive. I'd put that on top of it.
They do make a concrete sealer, because I had to do it to one of my garages, because in the spring when it start warming up outside, and if I opened the garage door, the floor would sweat. And the concrete guy told me, said, dude, you have to seal that and it'll quit doing it. And you want to do that sealing with the garage door up, because otherwise you could pass out.
You know a little bit about something like that, Buggy?
I know that it was close. In fact, I think I was married at the time. I think my wife came out and said, my eyes are burning. You need to open them garage doors up. I was like, yeah, I'm starting to think that might be a good idea. Night, where you at, Marty? Or Morty, I'm sorry. Where are you located at, bud? It's morning time here. Hold on, I'll pull you up here. I'll set you there. I sub to you, buddy.
I'll be back in a second, Bug.
All righty. Okay, you're in Arizona. I thought maybe you were in Australia or something. Oh man, another day in paradise. What more could you ask for?
Oh yeah.
It could be worse. It is so nice out, man. I'm telling you, it would be so perfect to not have any responsibilities this week. You know what I mean? I would literally probably go stay there at the reservoir and fish for 24 hours or something. You know what I mean? Hey, good morning. Rick. Tired, Rick, buddy.
I'll be right back, buddy.
No worries. I wonder where Eric is. I know he's got an eye appointment or whatever, but you think his low life self could come in for a few minutes or come in the chat for a few minutes, him or Curtis. Stepchildren, what are you going to do with them, man? You can't shoot them, unfortunately, in this country. So what is it, 8:30 now? Let's see. Yep, it's 51 degrees. So also I've got to get outside and do something around the house today. I mowed and weed eated. I mowed and weed eated yesterday. So I think maybe I got some room in one of the trash cans. I got 2 trash cans now, and I got room in one. Maybe I'll fill it up with some stuff out of the garage. That would be the ticket. Click it.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. go out in the garage or go out and clean the garage out a little bit or something.
Buggy, he was talking about getting one of them dumpsters. I told you ours was about $350, but that was for a big one.
Yeah.
And they hold a lot. So
I don't need a very big one, really.
Well, you could probably get, let's see, I think they got 5 yards and 10 yards, and then they got one that's just like a wheelie roll dumpster that you see out by a restaurant or something like that. 4 yards would probably do you. But about every 2 or 3 years we get one and just get rid of stuff we've accumulated.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. I still got to go get the exhaust fixed on the car. I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow morning or something. I got to get that done before I run out of money. Yeah, that's the dog, Rick.
That retired Rick? My road dog. What's up, Rick? Morning, Dave. Jimmy Geiger.
Good morning, buddy.
Morty, how you doing? Morning, Chris and Telly. Mark.
I think you're behind there. You might zoom your thing up.
Who that?
Trophy. Roostic.
Okay, I'm back. I had to make a phone call.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's 8:30. I'm going to end this at 9 o'clock today, guys. I got to. In fact, I need to text the nursing home and tell them I'll be picking Dad up at about 1, probably 12, but I'll say 1.
And you better believe I'm going to get that turtle trophy. Well, to get that turtle trophy, you got to come up on Fish Nation Live and fish. And catch
Leroy. Jeez, Leroy caught some hog. What we got here?
Did he?
Hold on here. We got to show Leroy. Lee Evans sent me a couple pictures. He's on the fish.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he's a big boy, so that's a big fish right there. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's a nice one too. So that's at nighttime.
Ooh, looky there. Looky there.
He's got to be watching. He didn't send me the weights with him though. It's just, I think that's the same one he was just holding a second ago. I hate when it does that. Yeah, that was nice fishermen. Them some nice fishes, man. You got some nice fish, dude. I wonder if that's that lake that's close to his house. Okay, where is the
big fish I caught was my 64-pound king salmon.
There it is.
That is a big fish, king salmon. 64 pounds.
That's one thing I'd like to do is go over on Lake Michigan and do some lake trout fishing. Them things get huge too.
Yes, the lake trout. Oh
yeah.
Man, they get big.
And it's not really that far away from my house to the marina up there.
Walleye, Mark, walleye. What's good eating?
Yeah, buddy.
Flatheads is good too. I've never been king.
And that'd be tough. Kings would be number 3, but flathead or walleye, man,
I didn't know king salmon got that big.
Oh yeah, they get real big.
That'd be a heck of a fight, wouldn't it?
There it is.
Heck yeah, Marty, take that baby home, fillet it, cook it up.
Every time I go to Branson, I go trout fishing, and I'm still waiting to catch. I caught a brown up there. It was a pretty good one, but I'm waiting to catch another one because them browns get huge.
Yeah, they do. I caught a couple nice trout here in Illinois. I caught a 4.5 pound rainbow and a 4 pound gold. Those were 2 huge trout. I'll never catch those again.
Put my 8 pound test line on there instead of 6. Because if I catch one of them big browns, I'm gonna make sure I at least have a fighting chance.
Hey, Uncle Lou, was that this weekend? That the envelope says the skinny guys says first place, and the big ball-headed dude says big fish. Rocking the Uncle Lou t-shirts because that's how they roll. And oh yeah, that's definitely a big fish for the tournament. Yeah, that's a hog right here. Yeah, buddy.
Holy shikes.
And yes, my local wheel green. Oh, look at her leaves on them.
Is that on the Missouri River, Lou?
Man, look at that pot belly.
Man.
All right, so those are 3 different fish, Lee. I didn't know if that second one was this, one of the same one from that night or whatever. You kidding me, dude? That little lake there is producing fish, isn't it? Heck yeah.
Hey, Jessica.
Morning, Jessica.
Mighty Mississippi.
Missouri.
Hey, Uncle Luke, was that those pictures from this weekend?
Caught that fish on a 10-pound silver carp, huh? Well, big bait, big fish.
Yeah. Heck yeah, Leroy. Maybe one of these days when I get a chance to start going places, I'll come down fish with you, brother. I know my travel is limited right now. And then I got to thinking, I got surgery the 23rd, and I want to get to J-Dogs in the fall time when I don't even care so much about the fishing as the fact that it's nice and comfortable to be out in the boat. And I have to ask my doctor how long it'll be before I can start fishing again. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on, let me get my ugly face up off of here. There we go. Mark, Uncle Lou keeps telling me and J-Dog and them, if we come to Missouri, come to Iowa, we'll never leave. So I'm going to have to pack everything I own if I ever make it out there just to hang out, just in case.
Yeah, Mark got to do like me. Just pick a couple and go that year, and then next year pick 2 different ones.
Yeah. Well, the only restrictions I have is Dad. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that keeps me from being able to go anywhere. Other than that, I'd be able to go at least, 2 weekends out of the month. I'd be able to take off and go somewhere. It'd be a budget thing, depending on where I went. I'd sleep in the back of my SUV and that kind of stuff.
Good morning, Jessica.
Yeah, mark the money thing for sure. Especially if you're pulling a boat.
Yeah, Roger, I do too.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to take a long road trip, like, you know, down to Watts Bar or something to fish with Jody and them or something like that. You know, a 5 or 6 hour trip. Because I miss road tripping, man. You know, before I had to come and start taking care of that, I went everywhere, man. Especially racing. And I loved back when I was racing, get up Saturday morning and take off and drive, you know, to wherever. And none of them were close. So then I get there and set up, you know, my camp and stuff for race day.
Get him, Lee.
Now the fishing, I mean, like I want to go fishing with Roger's one of them. Chad, Roger,
Alabama.
Jody, Danny Stone. I mean, there's a lot of people I want to go fishing with, and you know, like I said, but with Dad, I can't do it. And I know them 5 days go so fast, man.
I fish the guys. This has been a good year fishing wise.
You know,
bluegill to boot.
I'd love to go somewhere down south and bluegill fish because the growing season. You know, here the fish, you know, in the wintertime they're kind of stagnant, and you know they don't do a lot. You get down there, Georgia or places like that, man, the bluegill grow huge. You know, what they would consider just an average bluegill for me is like, heck yeah, look at that giant slab.
Morning, Mr. Irvin.
Where are you going in Tennessee? I want to go down and fish the dock too with Tom.
Morning, Mike. Morning, Roger.
Morning, Mike Irvin. Are you, Lee? How many trips you made down there this year? You went down there quite a lot, haven't you? Morty, I lived there. Actually, I lived in the little town what's the name of it? I worked at the cable company there for about a year. Shawano, Wisconsin. I lived there, actually. Yeah, I lived there for 2 years. Bondwell, that's the name of the little town I'm thinking of, that my son played basketball for him in high school. Yep, I know exactly where you're talking about. Yeah, Mark, that's the biggest reason I drive SUVs is because I can sleep in them. You know what I mean? If you get a full-size SUV, you can put a pretty good-sized mattress in the back. And the hardest part then is, you know, where you park it at or whatever. But I suppose, say you were fishing a lake, I suppose if you loaded the boat up and pulled back up into the parking lot and got back there and went to sleep, if somebody came up or whatever, you could just say, hey, man, I fished way later than I planned on it. And I was too tired. I wasn't driving home till I got some sleep, you know, and I suppose you probably get by with it.
Mark, they make some pretty slick slide campers for trucks now. My grandfather put one on the back of his truck way back in the 70s.
Yeah, we had one on a big, actually, Dodge used to make a truck just for that. It was called a Camper King. And we had one with the biggest truck camper you could buy at the time on it. And I remember Dad went to junkyard and got some bucket seats out of a Cadillac and put them in the truck because we drove all, he was driving it so much. Oh heck yeah! I when I was surfing up on the Great Lakes and stuff, man, there were a lot of times I'd just crawl in the back of my truck in the parking lot at the beach and crash. And the Wisconsin side was real good about not saying much about it. The Michigan side, I got rousted up a few times.
Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning, Rhonda. Rhonda. But yeah, I got a couple of these sleeping mats that you roll them up, or when you unroll them, you unscrew the cap on the bottom, and they're about this thick, right? Well, when you unscrew the cap, the foam pad in it or whatever fills up, and it gets about that thick. And I got 2 of them, and that's what I sleep on, and they're comfortable as all get out, man. The ones I got are Coleman's. I had a different one before that wasn't as comfortable. But I put those 2 Coleman sleeping pads on top of each other, and I don't touch the bottom of the car. You know what I mean?
I seen Timu makes a pad that fits in the back of the SUV that goes around the wheel wells, and it winds out up at the door. Boy, they almost got me the other day.
I wouldn't order one from Timu, but I've seen them.
Yeah, they almost got me. I was like, man.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Something like that, no way, because it's going to be about 1/4 of an inch thick, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact, Uncle Lou. You got to get a little topper and sleep in the back, get you a cot.
Yeah, I got to find me something to put in the back of the van that's like a half bed size or something like that.
Yeah.
I usually got the coolers on one side and I sleep on the other side when I stay up here in Kentucky.
Well, one time I bought a bunk bed mattress. You know what I mean? And I used it when I was racing. I used it a lot because I could set it up sideways in the back of the SUV when I was loaded up. When I got to the race, I'd unload everything and just set that bunk bed mattress down.
Morning, Big Mike.
And they were pretty cheap, actually. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Morning, Big Mike. Well, here they my daughter and my daughter-in-law decided they're gonna have some babies, which my daughter-in-law passed away at birth. But I had some extra baby mattresses. So I took 2 of them, put them in there. It was pretty cool. If I can find something as wide as those, that'd be all right.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not easy sleeping like that and going fishing. You know what I mean? But if it's just one night, it's all right. I wouldn't want to camp like that for a week or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
About the second night, I'd be looking for a hotel.
Yeah, me too. The other good thing about sleeping in an SUV when you go fishing and camping is when it rains, you ain't got to worry about it raining. Yeah, that Shawano Lake's a pretty good sized lake. I don't know how deep it is, but I rode my dirt bike on the racetrack where they race cars and motorcycles on it in the wintertime.
Mark, I've seen some videos of guys that have fabricated their own slide-ins, and man, boy. If you had the time and the space to make one, you could make it your own.
Yeah, I've seen some nice homemade ones. I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Getting old sucks. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Shawano Lake too. And I forget the name of the little town on the east side of it there.
Morning, size
Starts with a
matters.
C, I think.
Good morning, Size Matters.
Just heard a lady here at campground has a small motorhome for sale. Gonna go check into that. Well, there you go.
Get it, Lou. Get it. Might as well buy it, Lou. That way, when you go to the doghouse, you got a nice doghouse.
Yeah. That is true. I'd like to have one just to do little trips in or something. And if I want to go to Kentucky and stay a couple of days, some skipjacking and stay in it overnight. But I can stay in my van.
Well, I don't care. I was too on television today. I was too. What are you talking about? I don't care what anybody says. I was today, not this week.
Well, Weaver, of course you were on television.
I was? I mean, you believe me? You saw me?
Oh, I didn't see you.
Somebody that she tried to get to Arizona there.
It's spookier.
Poop in a bucket, sleep in a tent on a rockfish all week.
There you go, Uncle Lou. Get yourself a nice doghouse.
Why would you poop in a bucket if you're sleeping in a tent? Go out in the woods.
It's a fire ring 10 feet away.
Well, the kids' school is
Just saying.
You're not believing me.
Boy, B, you sure must have had yourself a rough day.
Well, Beaver, it's all straightened out now. Why don't you go upstairs and get ready for dinner?
Well, okay, Mom.
No, well, you're up and set the table. Sorry.
See that, Rustic?
What's that?
Big Mike asking if there's any good campsites near the Kentucky Dam.
Well, Beaver, there's any consolation to you.
Yeah.
Awful lot of people, big people.
Yeah, there is.
They got to tell the truth. Others just wouldn't listen to them or believe them. But the important thing,
There's actually one right before you get to the dam right there.
I'm telling the truth.
I'll tell you the truth right now, Dad. I'm never going to mixed up with television again.
I get you, Lou. I get you. Life is good, isn't it?
It's very basic, followed by backlog.
You take that lazy boy out on the boat and fish out of the lazy boy.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the government said we may be able to get additional benefits from the Medicare Advantage plan right here in Texas.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, formerly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Part A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So nobody wants Medicare as a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits.
What kind of extra benefits?
If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call 800-769-4916 now to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Give them your zip code and see if there's a Part C plan with additional benefits available to you in your area that may better fit your needs. If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available. Medicare plans and benefits can change each and every year. If you're on Medicare,
Oh, that's buggy, all right, Lee.
last year, if you feel like your original Medicare plan isn't giving you everything you need, call to find out if you're eligible to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan. We'll check to see if there's a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically, so call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C plan benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2024 no obligation Medicare benefits review. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call 800-769-4916.
Good to hear, Big Mike.
Now call
Time to go camping. It's getting about good camper weather right now. Good bonfire be sweet.
The struggle is real. That's why you need zero traps. Zero works 24/7 to attract and trap flying insects for effortless protection. Zero, people friendly, bug
I don't know if you want a bonfire, but a good campfire would be good.
You got a little sunspot, buddy, huh? Real.
See you, Morty. See you later, Lee.
Later, Lee.
Lee coming in here, hit and run. Hit and run.
See you later, Morty.
It is healed, Mike. That's awesome, dude. Oh man, dude, that's great news. Yeah, that's awesome, man. See you, Leroy. Don't be a stranger, buddy.
This kind of.
You see you, Morty. Come back.
I should fix that. Oh yeah. Jado, come up, show us some fishing. Oh, that's good news, Mike. Good news. Now I know what they're talking about.
Yeah, man, Mike, that's awesome, dude. That is so good to hear.
Show yourself, J-Dog. I don't know why, but I just get a kick out.
It's kind of like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times, he'll appear.
No, Jimmy, I ain't gonna be live till I'm gonna try to do a live Thursday fishing. We just have to wait and see how that goes. If I get signal over, I doubt I will.
Yeah, I did get a picture of a really pretty looking boat launch from J-Dog a little bit ago.
Uh-oh, he said his name 3 times.
Uh-oh, here we go.
If he's out on the river, I doubt you'll get him in. I mean, I doubt he'll get in the chat even.
He's probably out there trying to net some shad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, of the looks of the ramp he sent me the picture of. You got to whistle. While you're standing on one leg and put your finger in the other ear from the opposite leg. Yep, Beaver's over. Sounds like it's 9 o'clock. I hate to end it on 30 people, man. I suppose I could let you guys go on and I can just do some housework while you guys are up doing your thing or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, today's laundry Tuesday. That's what I'm doing today.
Yeah, I got to wash towels and stuff today.
I get to wait till Thursday.
Kind of support. It made the process a lot easier. Thank you all. Well, you're welcome, Mike.
Yeah, no worries, Mike, man. You was one of the first people that one of the first people I met when I came in this community, and he was fishing on the pier with Blinky. That was a good winter. It was a lot of fun.
I'm just glad to see a good outcome of it all.
100%. Yep. You hate to see bad things happen to good people, man. I'll never understand that. Then you got bad people who nothing ever happens to them. You ever notice that?
Hey, Black Cat, good morning.
Much as I hate to, guys, I gotta go. Well, I'm gonna leave this up. I'm gonna go take my camera off because hell, I don't even like looking at myself. And I'm gonna do some housework and stuff, and I'll leave this up running. There's 32 people in here, and you guys chatting too. So they're really, I don't want to just close it down, and then I can stop back and forth.
These clots in the motherhood are great. Finally, hear great things on it.
I gotta go out in the backyard and check my weather rock that says it's always raining.
We call that a DNA rock. 1,000 years from now, someone will find that rock and test it, and there'll be 30 different people's DNA on it. I know she's in there sleeping. I should just turn that TV back down too, but I think I'll mute my mic while I'm putting the stuff in the laundry right now. I'll be right back. Morning, Black Cat.
You know, it's tube sock washing day.
Yeah, I had to go clean the basement out and clean the tube socks because you guys are going to use them again.
Don't forget to get your hand grips and a fishing net to grab them tube socks as they run.
Yeah, I got one of them little gripper things like you pick trash up with in the yard. Yeah.
I seen you running there.
Get out of here, you nasty little sock. You Peachtree dish experiment.
Bug, I'm sure you left your DNA in a lot of places.
You know, in Germany, that would be true because I was young. And then after my divorce in the Noblesville, Indianapolis area. Mm-hmm. Uncle Lou, I never did see you say, was those pictures from this weekend, were they? If you said it, I missed it. I'm sorry. If so, you guys got first place and big fish. That's gnarly right there, dude.
Morning, Benoit. Fishing.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
It's great to see you today.
Bam. Yes.
Oh, man. Good job, Uncle Lou. That's awesome, brother. How many boats was in it, too? That wasn't only the big fish. It was the total count for the whole tournament. I'm sorry. I had to. You knew I was going to go that way.
He went that way, folks.
Yeah, at least it was enough, probably enough money to pay for your gas and everything. So that's cool, man.
So if Uncle Lou was the guide, was those PBs really PBs? Oh, are we going to
start? We're not going to start that one. No, we're not going to start it.
We're going to start that again.
It was a tournament, so all fish would count towards PBs. Morning, Curtis.
I don't know. That just popped in my head.
Actually, being a long weekend, I suppose it was probably a pretty good sized tournament. A 24-hour tourney, no kidding. Oh, I like that idea.
Morning, Curtis 2.0.
Team of 3. And let's see. Every 8th hour, you guys could switch, and then one of you could go to sleep while the other 2 stayed up. An assisted PB. It could be denoted as in the official logbook. You could note it as PB asterisk A, which means PB with an assist.
Just called it APB.
Yeah, APB. Yep.
Got APB out on a big fish.
Oh, really? How many fish y'all catch total? Let me rephrase that. How many were you allowed to weigh in? 3? See you, Benoit. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in and say hey.
You have a great day, ladies.
Three and 3. Nice. I think in them tournaments, I think getting the biggest fish is probably the best prize as far as prestige goes.
It usually pays better than second or third.
Yep.
Oh, Curtis 2.0.
Yep. J-Dog's out on the river. Heck, if I was thinking today being still, oh no, today's Tuesday, never mind. I was thinking yesterday. I see my whole week's going to be screwed up now. I was just thinking it was Monday just now. And then if it was Monday, I could say, heck yeah, I could go down. I should have got up and went down to J-Dog's this morning early, but I got my days mixed up. Just disregard the guy with brain damage sitting over here.
Back to reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes my reality sucks. Oh, really? So you guys won a few times. They're going to start banning you guys because you keep winning every year now. Sometimes you got to sandbag and take a second.
Start x-raying your fish to see what's in there.
Yeah, Curtis, I have it. My family's grown. I take care of my dad. He's got cancer and dementia. And you can't take him in a camper nowhere, believe me. Yeah, so I take care of my parents right now. That's why I can't travel anywhere. But once a month for 5 days, hospice puts him in a nursing home to give me a break. But believe me, I'm planning on getting a camper after they're gone and I'm retired, and that's what I'm going to do. You know, throughout the spring and the fall, I'll be driving around different places going fishing. Little guy, are you snoring? All right, I'm gonna go put a load of towels in. I'll be back. Ain't that right, Joe? We're gonna go put a load of towels in, buddy. Or a load of something in anyhow.
Load of something in.
Little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Oh man, my neighbor's building this big garage next door now. He's gonna be having a big pole building put in. Well, not big, but big enough for me.
Big enough for me, he said. He can take that. Oh, well, get another one out. Right. What these split shots they making these days, they work crap. As soon as you pull them, they break. There we go. Just not in the cars though. Curtis hadn't been thinking a lot of that lately. Break time. This meant break time.
What, gun smoker again? Mark, you got that bad thing my wife's got to watch Gunsmoke all the time?
Bluegill pole ready to go. Got a smoker camper mark. Oh, hey, everybody. Rest of all the split shots I buy won't open or close without pliers. Well, these here I bought from Equal, and whenever you try to, you pinch them together, even with your finger pushing together, they break in two. And I'm like, what?
I can't stand split shots. I hate them.
Hey, well, the only reason why I use them is to catch bluegill if I'm fishing a certain spot.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I get
I just let the bait just dangle down.
They're a necessary evil, I guess. I don't care for them, but you do got to use them at certain times.
Most time I just throw the bait out there, but just hold it up, drop it down through there. But
Well, I find when I'm crappie fishing and got a live minnow on there, you got to have a split shot down there, or he'll swim all over the place.
I don't use minnows. I use jigs.
I mostly use jigs, but there are just some times when they don't want a jig, they want a minnow.
Work that jig right, man. Yeah, good morning, Zach. going through the old family stuff after 3 years.
Morning, Zach.
Sound like Ernie's gonna have a big bonfire.
Yeah.
And my dog ain't over snoring. Oh, man, I tell you what, it is nice and cool out there. Got a little breeze blowing.
It's pretty brisk up here today too.
Yeah, if I didn't have this laundry to do and some other stuff to do around outside, I'd been fishing this morning.
I went fishing yesterday morning. The wind was blowing from the north, and it had a little bit of a bite to it.
Yeah, I seen about the first wave of pelicans came through. There was about 30 of them in a group, and they was flying north up the river. Just kept on going. I mean, didn't even land anywhere. Just kept going. A couple hours later, I looked over from the west side. They was headed north. There was about 50 of them, pelicans. Like, where are you guys going? That's up north.
Well, they get them over at Clinton Lake now, which is about 30 miles west of me. And down there at Shelbyville, I mean, they're two good-sized lakes. They get them there too. They're not good to see on a lake because they'll eat everything.
If they can catch it, they will.
Yep.
I seen one time, one of them black water ducks come up, had a fish in his beak, came up right beside that pelican. That pelican just reacted and grabbed that duck in that fish in his beak. And you can see him fighting. And boy, he opened up and that duck come out of there. Like, oh, yeah, you messed up. I let's see, where was I at? I think I was over at Pickwick and I was fishing. Yeah, I was skipjack fishing at Pickwick one time and I was going through there and the duck was underwater. I didn't see him. And I didn't even see him down there. And he got caught up in my jigs. When he got up, I was trying to get him loose. And by the time I got that dude loose, man, my hand was bloody from him doing that.
We was over fishing at Clinton one day, and I had one of them black ducks took the minnow off my buddy's hook. You can see him dive down, and the bobber dick a couple of times. There he come back up and had that minnow in his mouth.
Huh.
Took it right off the hook. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I just like using jigs to catch crappie. I can take that 45-minute drive up the lake. About 40 minutes later, I'm limited out and I come home. So I drive more than I fish.
I got tons of jigs. I got all kinds, all colors, all sizes, and I use the shit out of them. But around here, there are just certain times when you got to have a minnow. Which is kind of bad because around the big lake, the big Clinton, my big lake here, there ain't no tackle stores around there at all.
Huh.
Around a big lake like that, you'd think one bait shop would be able to make it.
Yeah.
Many of them came and gone.
Y'all do a load of towels in your washing machine. How many towels do you put in, say, a average large washing machine?
Huh?
I'm talking to the people.
About 10.
10? Okay, gee, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd go 8 to 10 probably.
Okay, that's good
in
to
there
know.
until it gets 3 almost full. I mean,
Yeah, I've always thought that I didn't put enough in there.
I've never done a load of towels. What do? Dry off with a towel, throw it away, get a new one later on?
You know, clothes and towels. No, see, I don't wash.
Yeah, load.
I don't wash anything with the towels.
Sit
I
on the
made
lid
that.
till it quick.
I made that mistake once, and then my black T-shirt had little white fuzzy things on it from the towels.
Yep.
Well, I never wash anything but towels together.
Morning, Catfish and Dream.
Morning, Catfish and Dreams.
He said,
Park
"What? That
Nug
beer?"
Ninjas. We're the Park Nug
Beer,
Ninjas. This is our clubhouse.
See?
Morning, Brandon.
Man, clubhouse. I got to go out and get a bunch of the fishing gear and stuff out of my truck to go pick, or out of the SUV to go pick Dad up here.
Nope. Don't have separate hampers. Just one.
Nope, I just separate them in the laundry room. And I don't have a hamper. We have a basket in the laundry room, and I just take dirty clothes and throw them in the basket.
We got separate hampers, whites and colors.
Really? I'm not that advanced technologically
Well,
yet.
that's just because the wife is so anal about doing laundry. So whatever she wants to do, whatever.
Of course. I'll say y'all too fancy for me if you got separate hampers.
Yep. No, I don't have. I know that.
Heck, she's got her own 2 hampers. I got my own 2 hampers.
I tried doing the hamper thing or the basket. I used to keep a basket in each bedroom, but now I just, after I take a shower or whatever, I take the clothes with the wet towel into the laundry room.
That's what I got, Catfish Dream. One of them, the big load washers.
Yeah, we got those too. Big capacity wash machine and dryer.
Yeah.
See, I got in the master bathroom, we got a garden tub we never use. So I just put my 2 hampers in there.
Yeah.
Change my clothes, throw them right in there. Pew, pew.
Hey, Catfish Dreams, how are you? Oh.
I want white with reds. It's also old. It don't matter.
Yeah, most of mine are too.
I try to wash jeans with jeans, towels with wash rags.
Yep.
And I try to keep whites with whites with.
Yeah, I wash the towel. Most of my towels are whites. I wash the whites together, and then the collar towels, and then I'll wash t-shirts and underwear and like basketball shorts stuff all in the same one. And then you got the odds and end collar stuff that I wash, but that's the main ones.
Blackberries.
Good morning, Denise.
Yeah, welcome back, Denise. I love blackberries.
You know, I seen there's a live cam from Colorado, rattlesnake cam den. It's this big rattlesnake den. It'll give you the willies, but it's really actually pretty cool because I don't even know where I found it or how I come across it, but it has a pretty active chat room, and they were talking about that. They set the cam up, and like this year, they watched the whole process of the babies come out and start coming out around the outside of the big den and stuff. And yeah, I'm with you, Rustic. But they've watched them all grow up and everything, But it's when all the snakes are in there doing snake things, making snake love or whatever. It's pretty scary looking. And the camera's not in the den; it's just outside of the den, facing the entrance to it or whatever. It's just like a big where 2 giant rocks come together and there's a hole back in there.
I couldn't do it.
It gave me the willies, believe me. especially because there's like 3 or 4 people who run it, and it's actually their site or their camera and stuff, and they can zoom in and move the camera left and right, and yeah, it's like, oh, they can get like
I'd be like Raiders of the Lost Arks. Snakes. Why do it have to be snakes?
Hey,
Curtis, my grandson has one, but he ain't bringing it to my house.
at least you fed me
Make
blackberry.
me a little squash. Is that the kind you open up and you make like the spaghetti stuff out of? Yeah, I don't do snakes, man. I don't care. But he's so friendly. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a snake. He doesn't have any concept of being friendly. He just doesn't bite you because he's used to you picking him up all the time.
Denise, is this some of that jalapeno jam?
It's like a horse. When you get on a horse, they can tell you're afraid of them. If you've never ridden a horse before, they get that vibe. I'm sure snakes get the same thing.
I watched this one video where a guy went out. He lived in the woods in the hills somewhere, and he went out there to get something out of his shed, and he opened the door and looked, and there was I think it was full of rattlesnakes in there.
Oh,
timber rattlers. And he went back. Next thing you know, there was gas being sloshed all over the shed, and he lit it on fire.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yep, me too.
Light the match, baby. Light the match.
We're having roasted snakes.
Any snake come out, he had a chopping hole out there. He was killed.
Yep, I agree. I'm sorry. I know there's a bunch of snake people going to be all pissed off or whatever. I don't care. I don't go to your snake house and bother you. Don't come to my house and bother me.
That's right. Like I seen another one where they was tearing down an old shed out in the woods, and the bottom was on the ground. It's been there for so many years. They brought in a skid steer and picked it up. When they did, there was a bunch of rattlesnakes under it. They just set it back down.
Yeah, yep, I would do.
Snakes come out, and they was killing them. It's like rattlesnakes everywhere. I was like, that's why if you live in the woods, do not build your building on the ground. Put it on stilts, keep it off the ground about 1.5 feet where snakes can't be under it.
Yep,
because they find a place in the wintertime to bed, they'll pile in there in the wintertime.
Yep, 100%, man. I'm with you. Yep, neighbor's building his barn. I can hear him. That's cool.
Gonna ask him if your boat fit in there?
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, man, you think this boat will fit in there?
He's actually building it to put. He's got a big, like, Great Lakes fishing boat and stuff.
Like they asked me one time at the campground, he said, "Why are you blowing all them leaves off of that camper like that? That'd give it extra, insulation to the winter." I said, "Man, because I killed a rattlesnake up under one time when I blowed them out. Rattlesnake came out the other side, about 4 foot long. Went around the other side to blow the leaves away, and there he was laying right there on top of the leaves. I said, "Oh crap! I just run him up under that camper." I said, "Yeah, that's why I keep blow that."
Yep, makes perfect sense to me. I got a bunch of garter snakes around here. They're somewhere under the garage floor. They go, and then some down here. I don't bother them, but then again, they don't come in the house. They come in the house, they're dead as hell. I did accidentally run over one with the lawnmower, though.
I hit them with a weed eater once in a while. Once I weed eater around the fence or the pool or something, but I don't mean to. But
yeah, that's what
I pick them up, play with them, then I throw them over the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, the one I hit with the lawnmower, I didn't know I hit him till I coming back the next row over, and I looked over and like, oh man, I run over a snake. I mean, it's not like I lost any sleep over that or anything, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what do I got to do now? I can't sit here and chat all day, so I got to do stuff while this is on.
I only get them real bad once I start watering my yard, and then nobody else in town waters their yard. So they kind of migrate over there to get water, and plus the frogs come over there, so they know it's a good feeding area.
Yep. I had one of them little green frogs with the sticky fingers on my sliding door the other morning.
The ones I want around my house, king snakes.
Black snake?
King snake.
Oh, yeah.
Speckled king snake. Now, those are pretty cool.
What color are they?
They're black with yellow or white spots all over them.
Yellow, black, and like red or something.
No, they're just black, and they got like yellow or white specks all over. Mostly yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
They can get pretty good size.
Yeah. I know down in Kentucky at the family's property down there when I was a kid and stuff, they had a barn for, the cows and horses and stuff. And they had a bunch of 2 or 3 of each, but they had a big black snake that stayed in there, and they wanted it in there to eat the rats or kill the rats and stuff.
Yeah. Black snake.
No, this one, and the one they had in there was about 8 feet long, but he kept that barn clean of any rats.
Oh, I bet. I get it. I just would hate to walk up on him at any time.
Yeah, me too. And then the last time I was there, we had a family reunion, and I was walking up. The drive goes up and turns because it's pretty steep going up there to where the graveyard is. And I come walking up around the corner. It's gravel and mostly grown over, but there was a big black snake laying there. He was stretched all the way across it. And I was probably, 40 feet from him, I imagine. I just stopped, and he seen me and was like, all right, I'm out of here. And he headed down over the hill.
Yeah.
But he was laying up there getting him some sun.
There used to be I bought the property next to me right here. There used to be an old black house up there, man. And in the back, for some reason, they burnt the trash out there and had blocks, trash. And I'm like, and me and my son was sitting in the tree stand I just bought. We was testing it out and see if we're going to like it for deer hunting. And I looked down there, I said, where'd you get that big old black hose at sticking down there? Why'd you put that down? Dad, I ain't done nothing like that. I climbed down there and I pulled it out. It was I seen what it was. It was a black snake. And I pulled it out. It was 8, 9 foot long, man. Had a freaking head on it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd been in rocks getting rats, I guess, or mice, rats, or whatever. Yeah. He was very docile. I picked him up, carried him over in the big oak tree to the neighbors and let him go in the big tree.
Oh man, going up a tree. We had this property we could go dirt bike riding at about 10 years ago. And it's just a little place you could park, a little grassy field. And there was like a small creek run through there in this great big oak tree. And we were sitting there one day, been out riding and come back, and we're sitting there drinking some Gatorade and stuff. And one of the kids that was with us said, look, man. And there was this black snake crawling up that tree. I don't know how long he was, but he was huge, and he was crawling up that tree. He had to be 10 feet long. I was like, don't bother that guy. I was like, yeah, I closed all the doors in my car and everything. He'd be too big.
Teenager, and I was walking across the cotton field to get to my parents' house and go back home, and I was going across that. The cotton was about a little over knee high, and I was going across there, and I seen this black hose laying across the road. I thought, I just reached down and grabbed it like that. I said, well, that ain't no hose. And I dropped it. I don't know how long it was, but boy, he just kept going. I'm like, yep, and I went the other way. I said, that's a big old black snake, long.
When I was a technician in the cable industry, they built this new neighborhood. It was all underground, and you have them big pedestals where the amp go. They're about probably 3 foot across and 4 foot high, and 2 doors open. Well, this one here was back in the weeds was all grown up. Yep, the weeds were all grown up because they were building this neighborhood, and this was in the back part of it. And I go back there to check that amplifier, and I kind of crush the weeds and everything down, and I look over, and there's a snake skin going. It's just the skin, mind you, but it's going in a hole underneath that amp, and it was about 3 feet long. And I thought, because those amps stay warm even in the wintertime, they get warm from the electricity going through them and doing their job. They create heat. I looked at that big snake skin, and I thought, what are the odds I open this amp up and there's a big old snake inside there? And I'm thinking to myself, them odds are pretty good. And as far as I'm concerned, that amp is in perfect condition and it's working good because I'm not opening that box. And I turned around and left. I went back and told my boss, hey, that last amp over in Everbrook, I didn't check it today. Why not? So because there's a big snake skin going up underneath it, and I'm not opening the doors on it.
Yeah.
And he started to say something. I said, hey, I said, I'll take you out there and you can open it up for me. It's not a problem, but I'm not opening that amp up. Because you get them in there, especially in the fall and stuff, because them and a lot of mice create nests, and they actually will make their nest right up on top of the amplifier because it stays warm. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna have to kill all your baby mice because I gotta open this amp. No, you don't need to go out. You were just out a little bit ago and you played this. I remember. Oh, I know. I gotta finish with the issues right there.
I tell y'all what. Things we talk about in here.
Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits.
Oh, heck, they got the crew here building that garage today. They had that garage up by this afternoon. They're out there building it. Like the ones that built the garage behind the house that I bought. So they're out there building the guy's garage, big garage right now. Yep.
Got a bunch of Amish people over there going at it.
Like the guy who put the one I bought together. Nah, it's a big metal building. They got a crew comes in and they haul everything in on a trailer and screw it all together and put it up. Bunch of Hispanic people.
Well, Buggy, I'm gonna cut out of here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about shutting this down. I got shit I got to get done, man.
Yeah, I gotta go check my laundry anyway.
You 26 people hanging out in the clubhouse. I wish I could leave the door open for you and just tell you to close it up when you're done, but it don't work that way on here, unfortunately. And it's hard telling what you guys would get me, what do you call it, a strike for. No.
See y'all later. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Y'all have a nice day now.
Funny
Later,
to get
buddy.
plugged
Later,
in a strike. All right, dog. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All righty then.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'll have to try to remember that somehow, because I'm sure I won't remember. Okay, guys. Hey, Mike. See you, brother. See you, everybody. It's good to hang out with my people today. It's really nice to have people hanging out like that. 26 people, 24 people now, but I don't even know that many people in life, in real life, so it's awesome. You know, this is kind of real life, I guess, but something. You know what I'm saying. See you, D. First one here, last one to leave. I like that kind of person. See you guys.